Gotcha. That was a good one.
That was.
Happy Tuesday, everybody. Noah and Miss Fresh will be here momentarily. Happy Tuesday. Y'all are making me hungry as fuck in the chat, okay? We know I'm big backed, okay? We know. We all making it real hard to not be. Get a twerk emote, Jacinda. We starting wilding already. You made my camera shake. That's how wildin' you're being. Okay? Big tripping. It's okay, though. Good to see you. We got Jacinda. We got Christy. We got Jessica. We got Erica. We got Yolanda. Bittersweet Gem. Chicken Gaming.
What's for dinner tonight in the chat?
Yeah, let us know because I am starving. I do have some HelloFresh, which I don't have that. Maybe Mari can post it, which I am sponsored by on my my Twitch channel. Twitch.tv/VEX702.
Is that why that tater tot casserole had you feeling some type of way?
Even that's not close to. I think what I have is like a chicken breast. It's like a spicy kicking chicken breast.
Nothing that HelloFresh would send you would be better than tater tot casserole.
No, absolutely not. No. Oh, Paolo, good to see you. It says I remembered to set an alarm. It's 3 a.m. here. Kamisha, appreciate you continuing your membership. Appreciate that. Hope you're doing well. Yeah. So HelloFresh, what did I make last time? I had a jalapeno. No, it's not jalapeno. It was green pepper, but it was chicken enchiladas.
Oh.
Beef. No, not chicken. Beef enchiladas. It was pretty good.
Nice.
Shrimp and lobster linguine and God damn.
Whoa.
Jacinda.
Did you keep throwing the L word out there? Are you talking about
rice
lobster?
bistec, red bean salad, and a slice of avocado? That sounds good as fuck too. Damn, maybe I'm just hungry.
Well, I just think we have some fucking
chefs.
Gordon Ramsays in the chat right now. I mean,
yeah. Taco
shout
Bell.
out to all the people that heat
Royalty,
their shit up in a
that's what I'm talking about. Royalty Gang, Taco Bell. What more do you need? It has all your basic food groups: fat, lard, whiskey,
the fact
potatoes.
Taco.
It was good, Christy. It was really good.
How's Taco Bell, Mr. Fresh? You know that's good. You know that's good.
He's gonna get you when he gets in
I know.
here. Big news in the Truly Bizarre camp. I went ahead and started back up the Truly Bizarre podcast. We just recorded the first episode back today. It'll be coming out Friday and every Friday here and henceforth. So make sure you are subscribed to the Truly Bizarre, have that notification bell clicked, and be on the lookout for the first podcast episode.
That is
which George is a part of.
Huge.
Oh, royalty.
Aren't I a part of all the first podcasts?
Yeah, George is popping a lot of cherries.
I mean, cherries been popped, but I'm just re-investigating the cavern. Pause.
Jacinda wants a food channel in the Discord. Mari's already on it. That'll be there before the end of this sentence.
Yeah.
Which y'all gonna make it real bad because smothered chicken and gravy over rice and fried cabbage. Oh my god.
Put it in my mouth. Pause.
Hey, yo.
Pause. What? That's what the food channel is going to be all on.
Dude,
Discord.
okay.
Everyone's gonna be pausing each other.
You know how like people have like porn addictions and stuff like that? My TikTok is nothing but cooking channels. So I'll watch it at 11 p.m. I'm just like, oh my god. Oh.
It's amazing what people can do with just like
basic shit.
Basic shit.
And it looks so fucking good.
Yeah, I also think it's something to do with a marble countertop. You put anything on top of a marble countertop.
There's one dude that I follow who has an old Coleman.
This is good.
And he goes out and he just gets catfish. And then he does it on a little like
George Foreman grill?
No, not even that. It's just like an individual burner.
Oh my god.
Puts a pan on it, puts some ramen.
Nice.
He goes, crank that. It's the AI voice.
Crank that.
No. It's like, oh, Coleman. It's like the older guy.
Oh, okay.
Crank dat. Because it's DAT. That's the name of the food podcast. Put it in my mouth. That's a good name. That's a great name. Pause. Diddy alert.
Well, you guys just can't keep.
Hey, the only one talking about Diddy is y'all.
The trial's about to start.
People are like, you think he's going to go to jail? Yeah, dude. He's probably going to go to jail.
You think he's going to go to jail?
Well, he's already in jail, but they're like, you think he's going to go to prison?
Start the poll.
Start the poll. Oh, my God. Let's start the poll.
Is he going to prison, or are they going to fucking finagle and find a way to get him out of all this? Is there more people associated? Justin Bieber was seen posted twice today. I never see Justin Bieber ever in my feed, but it was just like suggested for whatever reason. He was golfing, probably. That's why. But people saw him and Diddy have that little exchange where he like is checking Justin for a wire.
Oh, I've seen that one, but I've also seen the video of fucking when he's like, "Hey yo, I got him to stay tonight with me," and Justin's like, "Yeah." And that's like peak Justin Bieber. So he's like 13. Foodie's Paradise is in there. Oh, Jacinda. Oh, I thought she already posted it. I was about to be like, oh, we're getting it going. I have a crazy. I did a ghost tour on Saturday night. Video's getting edited. I have a crazy story, but I'm waiting for Noah and Mr. Fresh to be here so I can tell them because it's a good one.
Ooh. Oh, I know. I've gotten the chance to get filled in on this.
Yeah, you've been filled in. Oh my God. Oh, that from a couple months ago. Jacinda, what are you doing? Edging. Lamb shank braised in a red wine sauce with broccolini and creamy garlic mac. Gee, oh my God, George, this looks so good. Look at it. I'll show you the camera. It won't show up that well, but.
Oh, man. Is it what's on the side of it? What starch is that? Is that potatoes, sweet potatoes?
Yeah. No, just mashed potatoes with gravy.
Mashed potatoes with gravy.
We're going to have to put an NSFW tag on today's episode. For food. Not safe for food.
So when I typed it in on Google, is Diddy going to prison
oh, this one looks good too. Sorry.
for life? It said yes. And then it explains that.
Yeah, but like that's not for sure yet.
No, I know.
Jacinda posted this one from Friday. Honey balsamic glazed salmon on top of rice.
Tilt your screen down just a notch. Oh, yeah. Bask in that glory. Bask in that glory. Oh, I got a sound effect for that. Oh.
And I hear them. They're going to see the food.
They're going to see it.
She has her hands around Sophie's neck right now. We have a food channel in the Discord now. Jacinda.
What is up?
Jacinda out here making me look big back. Why we got the music on again?
Oh,
you got the music on for the transition?
Yeah.
Oh shit, my bad, y'all. I'm on CPT. Real tonight. CPT. I had to drop that video.
I saw. Hey, speaking of, go check out that video. There's a new video out.
I had to drop that.
Goddamn, George.
On top of that, there's like 3 videos in the arsenal that's waiting for compliance. So.
I recorded. I feel like today was a crazy day. I recorded 3 episodes for Truly Bizarre.
Okay.
I recorded the new podcast for Truly Bizarre. We Hear, and then I recorded. I did a Brie. I did a story time TikTok.
Period.
It was 5 minutes.
Story time. Listen.
I wasn't gonna talk about it yet because I wanted to tell you guys about it. It was from Saturday.
When I tell you the story times are just rolling in, I'm so sorry, y'all. I'm so late, but you know I am colored. So
wait, you are? Since when?
Right? I mean, they accused me of having a white mother. Me and her cackled about that last night. But I had to get that content out for y'all. I had to get it out for y'all because I have so many videos that are unlisted right now. Prepared to be sick of me.
Oh, because you're waiting for approvals. Yep.
Yes. So I apologize if I know I'm putting them. I'm gonna wait until we get a call.
Yay, she's here. Mr. Fresh is here.
Yes.
Okay.
So,
can I give you guys story time from Saturday?
Yes, please.
Because I know your story time is gonna be for somebody's throat,
but
mine was.
God.
I think I have one of the craziest paranormal encounters ever caught on camera.
Okay.
So,
you didn't get your ass beat, did you?
No. It wasn't bad. It was just so outlandish. Mm-hmm. So we all know about the guy at the Pioneer who was shot over the poker game.
Yes.
Paul Akowski.
Yes.
We had a family who, by the way, had more equipment than we did. Mm-hmm. They came in strapped. They were like,
I'm so sorry, y'all. Apparently,
Jingle
we're.
bells.
Was this May?
I didn't know if we were live on my page or just Calls from Beyond, so I was like checking both
Yeah,
pages.
no. We're just on.
I'm sorry, y'all. Hold on.
Wait, is Diddy going to prison? Wait a minute.
Because that was the first thing. Is everyone was like, diddy.
Yeah, because I heard they started
Wait, who?
The trial.
Diddy.
As he should.
Yeah, I
I
don't know.
hope that mother. That's one I got beef with him because, baby,
Listen, just
if
because
you
was
watch
told
Calls
victimized
from
and
Beyond,
after
you
rape.
know why the hell I have specific.
All
beef
my homies
with
hate
them.
Diddy.
Man, listen, fuck him.
Did you like that Sinners photo I sent you? If it was cast
Yes.
in the 90s.
Oh my god, it was so accurate. Okay, no. Let's.
Okay.
Our ADHD
Story
cannot.
time. So this family that booked a private tour or a private investigation, I should say.
Okay.
They brought the little the little cat balls that move that light up when they move. They had those. Little man was playing with those. Mikey, the 8-year-old.
Yeah,
spirit,
of course. That's a toy
playing with
to
those.
him.
But then they also brought a music box that only goes off when you step in front of it, and it has like a 2-foot radius. So we all like stepped way back, and he was just like, it's like our kids. I don't care what y'all doing over there. I'm playing with this.
Right.
So the dad was like, I want to talk to Paul. I want to make contact with Paul. So he brought decks of cards, poker chips, money, all that. Can you pull it down just a little bit, George? Because it's way louder than everything else in our headphones.
Gotcha. I'll stop it.
No, it's fine if you do. It's just
With
a
the
little.
music?
Yeah.
It was pretty low.
I can't even hear the
These
music.
headphones
It's
hurt
super
my
loud.
ears, and it's because I'm usually wrapped
Right.
by the head, so
Super loud for you.
I can't hear it. My bad,
Mine's-
y'all.
I don't hear nothing.
I got you. I'll get you figured out here.
Is your power just might be off? We can quick. So he brings out the deck of cards. He starts shuffling them. He deals me a hand. He deals his wife a hand. He deals himself a hand. So then
Y'all were playing in murky waters.
kind of.
No, hold on. I'm gonna tell you why after you tell me this
Oh,
story.
well, I'm assuming why is because we're playing
yes,
for which we
you're
did.
doing something that they
Well,
did
we
in
did-
life.
Yeah, well, we said we're doing this in reenactment of. We're not doing it to
They don't give a damn.
right. Well, one of them was asking for a trade. This is after, and I said, "What are we trading?" Because I'm not trading you anything.
He's like life, your soul.
Yeah, your soul. So we start playing, and we're looking at our hands, and we go, Paul, because we go, is this Paul? And we go, yep. So we go, Paul, what does Austin have in his hand? And I had 4 diamonds. And he goes, 4 diamonds on the spirit box. And we're like, okay, cool. This is already getting off to a good start.
Right.
So then I go, oh, well, you should deal to them. So I pull out the chairs for them so they could join us. And I have to preface, I watched this with my own two eyes. Brian watched it. He claims we have it on camera. I'll have to rewatch the footage of him shuffling. Like he shuffles it really good. 2 decks. Paul on the spirit box goes, deal me in.
Oh my god.
And we go, okay.
Yes.
So we deal him a hand.
Uh-huh.
And then he goes, how many decks? And we go, 2. We have 2 decks. And then the whole time the dad was like, Paul, I want to know, because the story was that he was shot because he had 4 aces and a 5th one fell out of his sleeve.
Oh gosh.
That's the story. But I think he was trying to catch corruption in Good Springs, and he called out the dealer, and the dealer shot him. That's what I believe until recently. So then we're going back and forth, and basically the wife is like, oh, should I see what he has? And the spirit box goes, look what I can do. She flips over his hand that nobody has touched since he dealt it out. It was 4 aces.
Oh goodness.
4 aces.
Sheesh.
And before we flipped it over, we were asking him, what card do you have? Like, what's a card that you have? And he said 4. The other card was a 4.
Period.
I'll show you
Go
guys the
ahead,
photo. We
Pa.
signed it. We
Come
signed them, and we're giving them to the Pioneer to like display.
Oh, that's amazing.
But it was we're sitting there like, what the? And then
Yes.
as we go, 4 aces.
when
all
is
of
it
the
coming
lights,
out? Because I know y'all got it on camera.
Probably like 2 weeks, because we have 1 in the can, and then another one, and then this one.
Okay, y'all that are in the chat, because I've been to the Pioneer and I'm itching to go back because I like to be scared. I'm gonna tell y'all now, if we can get together and host something like Noah the Black Cauldron and Truly Bizarre collab, and y'all buy them tickets, I will come because I have a good time.
Mr. Fresh
Every
had a good
time.
time. That was that's how I
Yes.
knew it was good. Mr. Fresh had a good
Yo,
time.
This
it
place
was-
is
it was
truly
a dope
haunted.
environment.
It was-
I don't know if y'all
yeah.
can hear me, but
Yes, we can.
Okay.
okay. Yeah, it was a dope environment.
Yeah, we had a great time. The ghosts there are friendly. There is one that has wait, is he still there?
But I think Paul was Mr. Butterfield.
Oh.
And we started talking and this is all in the episode, and I go, "Is your story misunderstood?" Yes.
Yeah.
I think he's a little bit lighter now
Okay.
because we heard out his story from him.
Yes.
Instead of blanketing him, we used to think there was a dark entity called Mr. Butterfield.
Yeah.
Because Mikey, the little boy, we would be making communication, and then he would go violent, entered, and everything would
Yes,
stop.
everything would stop. And whenever even I went there, Mikey, he met me at in the dining area.
Yeah.
He met me there, and I was just like, "This feels like whenever my 5-year-old is playing hide and seek with
Yep.
me." And I was like,
And he
"You're
loves-
behind that curtain." I was just like so scared to look in the corner, like I'm gonna see some old timey shoes if I don't be careful.
We had something pass in front of the thing multiple times.
They're there for sure, but the Mr. Butterfield character, this archetype, it was very heavy, y'all.
Very.
But it wasn't. It was like, okay, can you back up? And he would back up, and then the other spirits was just like, we're not.
You know how Mr. Fresh explained how he felt last week? Mm-hmm. Well, how was it, Mr. Fresh? You had a fat bitch choking you?
Yes,
Oh, yeah.
that's exactly.
That's how you felt.
And if you've never seen our ghost hunt at the Pioneer, I would highly recommend watching it.
Both, I think on all
because
3 channels.
It was. I had a time, and I don't mind taking y'all with me. I would tell you if there was something dark here. It is not. It's not. It's just spirits that are stuck there. The
You
place
could
is
tell
old.
that there's spirits though, for sure.
Yes, you
Like
can
it's not.
feel it.
It's not a situation where you go into it and be like, I wonder if this place is really haunted. Like,
Yeah,
nah.
no, you don't have to question that. And the ghosts are friendly, and I would love to play a game of blackjack. That's the only table game I know how to play.
Well, we were playing, I think, poker.
I don't know how to play that, but I know he knows how to play
I
that.
learned real fast, so it's not that hard. It's just
No, it's a little harder than you think. Cause listen, all right. So when we went to LA
this past weekend.
this
Yes.
past weekend,
Okay.
we had a $10 scratcher. It was a poker
Don't you just
scratcher.
love doing scratchers?
Oh, I
we
love
get them
it.
every time.
All right.
And for people that don't know, we don't have scratchers
No,
or the lottery.
we just have the real
Speaking
deal
of,
here.
I gotta check my ticket to see if I'm a millionaire, a
Oh
mega
yeah,
millionaire.
we might be 40 million up.
Hey, everybody that's
they
in this
won't let
chat,
you
I
know, but there
promise
will
you.
be signs.
If
I
I'm
promise
40
there'll be
million
signs.
up, just know I
Just
love
know.
y'all, but we quit.
Right. Hey, if I come here with a diamond necklace on and a fur and a cowboy hat, just know.
And a cowboy hat.
Okay, that's my last day.
Mr. Fresh comes in with the Steelers.
Hey,
He's coming in with the Steelers.
I'm like, this is first round
There'll be
draft pick.
signs. There'll be
First round
signs.
draft pick, I willed it.
Listen, I promise you, Austin, he'll probably have a new car. There'll be Listen, I'm gonna have a new car.
I
George,
might
what you
swerve in
want?
that corner. Whoa.
Yeah, yes, yeah. What you want?
These headphones to work?
Okay.
Oh,
right, so
we'll make
we're
sure
gonna
he has
get,
a nice new
4
pair
headphones
of
to work.
$500 headphones. It'll be a tray of the best exotic weed
No,
in the middle of the
legit,
table.
My headphones and setup is not working, bro. I
It's
can't
okay.
hear nothing.
Nobody's on the other end. You're listening to yourself. And I felt that when I came in, because remember I just said
Is my
I don't
mic
need
still
them
plugged in?
headphones.
Yeah,
Look,
that's my mic right here.
Yours
There'll
works.
be
Yours for
signs.
sure work.
I will-
Ray said, Fresh, you better keep Noah Mojo bag on. We love you and need you to stay locked down. You the
man,
Fresh Prince with the
listen,
Filipino hair.
There will be signs. He will automatically have a new kidney. Don't tell nobody. If I just
That's
came
what-
from
hey,
India,
Mr.
mind
Fresh,
your business.
Mr.
On
Fresh
me.
has been in a survival. He'll have 4 kidneys.
Yeah.
On me.
Okay.
I'm
gonna store some in my bag.
I'm going to India and I'm buying 2 kidneys.
Yeah, did you know that you could just go there and they're like,
Yeah, but it's
it's so bad.
India.
It's,
I'm just
it
saying.
is. But they eat cleaner than. Oh no, they don't. I just seen a man chopping up fucking meat with his toenail. Matter
I'm
of
just saying,
fact,
as long as I don't crave like rats or cats. I'll be
Yeah,
smooth.
because
Yeah,
they
imagine
don't
you get a
care.
new kidney and then you're like, you know what?
know what?
Curry sounds
Curry
real
sound-
good.
okay, so
I heard that,
I'm gonna.
that happens though.
No, that happens. So
Does
let
it
me
really?
tell you a paraki that was told to me by my mother.
paraki,
A paraki.
okay.
Y'all ready for story time? So my mom, God bless her, she's still here. And she needed a blood transfusion. Like, she fainted at work and we didn't know what, like, she has had a stroke and some more stuff since then. And she needed a blood transfusion. And my mom has always had this dark mahogany, beautiful skin, right? And
Your
so
mom?
my mom.
You're not your white mom.
Not my white mom. You know,
Okay.
the one that they accuse me of having.
Right, right.
And when I tell you, it's just the
I forgot
perfect
you was a-
brown. Yeah, I forgot that. Yeah.
Yeah, I forgot.
So when she got the blood transfusion, she was fine. Tell me why 2 months later she started having issues with her hands, in particular. Skin. I mean, it looked like I said, "Baby, them hands is dead."
When she
Chopped them
wash
off
her
at the
hands,
wrist.
every time she washed her hands, like they be fucked up.
Blisters, like the worst case of eczema, worse than Nara Smith, worse than anything, right? And we were talking one day, and she was like, "I think the person that they gave me the blood from had severe skin issues on their hands," and I was like, "What?" Because
Like
that
they
was a
had,
little
like,
too.
real
That was
bad
spiritual,
eczema.
and my mom, she talks about like I just helped her with a road opening, and she's like she does the low level spiritual stuff, right? But that was a little too close to the sun. I was like, "What you mean? What do you mean?" She's like, "Ever since I got the blood transfusion, I've had issues with my skin, and I never in my 40 at this point she was like 50 maybe when she got it. She's like all these other years I've never had issues with my skin." And I think I got blood from someone that had issues with their hands in particular, and whatever it is, it was cuts. I mean, it looked like it was on a corpse that sat in a chair. They look dead,
Like necrotic.
bleeding.
No,
Yes,
like,
definitely. Like
It was horrible.
it was weird.
It was horrible. I'm gonna tell another story, but I wanted to say something about somebody in the chat real quick. Christy, I think that would be dope.
Wait, what I
Anytime that you
missed?
have
The donating.
yeah, anytime you have a spouse or a sibling or anybody who gives the gift of life, us, I'm gonna say us because I'm in that situation as well. We appreciate that more than y'all know.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like it's not no words. So I know a lot of the times it's anonymous, but if you could put yourself in a situation where you make contact with them people, like that would probably be dope because they appreciate you for you and your husband giving them the gift of life more than you probably know.
Yes, thank you so much for the sacrifice because I know me, like I'm not an organ donor, and I've considered. It's so crazy because Black folks, they have been very weary about organ donation
Just because of harvesting and
yeah,
everything.
back in the
Yeah.
day, like we would go to get our toenails cut and leave with a whole like foot missing, or we'll leave with an organ.
But they still do
And
it though.
They still
I mean,
do
think
it.
about
They
it.
do.
So look, we was in Utah.
Oh my God, I forgot about this.
And I had these bad pair of steel toe boots when I used to work. And like I had Walmart steel toe boots. I'm sorry.
It was
it
back
was
in
like-
2020. It was a project.
When I remember getting my first work boots from Big Five, and I somehow made them bitches last 8 months.
No,
Look, I had
like
a job there like you gonna make 30 an hour. I said, shit, sign me up. They said you need steel toe boots. I said I'm broke.
yeah.
They said,
It's
all
like,
right.
it's like pay
They said,
me.
but-
Can you give me in advance? Because I can afford them.
No, they
but-
said, but you need steel toe boots. So I said, all right. Mustered up the $30, $20. Got some steel toe boots from Walmart. Now, ain't nobody tell me with cheap steel toe boots you're supposed to double up your socks, triple up your socks, even
because does it cut up your feet? on the
because
inside?
they
it's horrible.
develop bunion. Like I have a permanent like blister on my toe on the outside of
and
my
it
toe.
used to like open up.
Yeah,
You know
like-
what? The only thing that healed it was when we went on vacation
Yeah,
and he
the
was
beach.
in
the
salt water.
beach. We go get in salt water.
Probably just flushed it out, huh?
And this happened in 2020. He still has issues.
I
to
still
this
have
day.
it on my toe to this day, like, and it'll crust up, and I could peel it off every once in a while, and it'll go back flat, and then it calcifies up again. But we went to Utah in the hospital, and it was like, oh, this is open. Your foot is infected.
down to the bone, right?
It's down to the bone. We need to do some testing. Oh, we need to cut your toe off.
Yep. Sure did try to cut his. And
They
this was
said
in
cut it off?
2022.
They said cut it
tried
off,
to cut
bro.
his fucking toe off, bro.
Cut it
I
off.
shit you not.
they saw it and they were like, "Damn, this got a good color to it." Let's
Right.
cut it
off.
off. Somebody
I,
paid.
and
keep-
we didn't know what the reason for
Now
it
keep
was.
in mind at the time, I don't speak with the person anymore, but at the time, my best friend was a nurse practitioner, like a damn near a doctor. She writing
Yeah.
scripts and some more shit.
Yep.
You know what I mean? So I called her. I'm like, hey, woo, we in the hospital. They trying to cut my toe off, and she's like, what's the basis? Like, she's trying to talk to the doctors and some more stuff, and can't nobody really give them no answers. They just want to cut my toe off.
Yeah, that's sus. If they
And it's so weird because what can you do with a fucking toe? And so I was like, this don't sound right. So I went home.
She prayed on
I
me.
went
She
to
did
my
her
altar, did added some herbs, do the woo 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 woo, whatever. We did the woo woo woo, and I lit a couple candles, talked to my people. The next day, whenever we saw another doctor, he was like, Now, mind you, totally different doctor. We're in Utah still, so you know we are the minority for real.
Yeah, there's a.
And so he was like, cut his toe off for fucking what? He looked at his toe. He was like, it's alive. It's healthy. Why would we cut your toe off? And I'm like, you tell me. Because
said it was a different doctor?
Dead.
Yeah,
It was a different doctor.
They said it was infected down to the bone. They needed to cut it
He
off.
said, can you wiggle it? He's like, he
yeah, it
wiggled
probably hurts, but yeah.
No, like it's just we didn't even come in there for a fucking toe, Austin. We came in there for we didn't know he was in kidney failure. Like we
I came in there because my leg was swollen.
It
They
was
like,
just
oh
like,
no,
whatever.
we
It's
did
because of your toe, and you're like, ah.
And we're like,
my
what?
leg is swollen because I'm in kidney failure. And my kidney is functioning at 1%.
Yes, and because a
It's
couple
not my
months,
fucking
right,
toe.
It's not my
because
toe.
people don't understand how quickly this man went into kidney failure. Like they told us in November of 2022, your kidneys are like they're kind of messed up. They're working only like at 25%. Go to see this nephrologist. Of course, them appointments is months out.
Yeah.
So then we go and we're like, he's like, it's a little bit more detrimental than you think. So we're in Utah and
This is before you moved here.
before I moved back.
We were here.
We were
and
here.
Then we were
Yeah,
there.
we've always
Because
been
I
here.
met you guys beginning of 2023. Yeah,
Yeah.
middle of 2023 is when
Yeah.
you first came on
Yep.
the show.
So it was just like all at once, but we say all of this to say like they will cut things off of you for no reason. And our ancestors, we have the epigenetics from that. Just the fear of having shit cut off, and he still has his toe. His toe is still there.
Yeah, you think-
It's still there.
Take that, doctor.
It works. And it works.
You would think that
Second opinion.
you would
Yep.
think that just because they're a doctor, you got to listen to what they say. Nah, listen. Anytime you get a medical diagnosis, get a second opinion. If you don't trust a second opinion, get a third opinion.
I'm not going to believe it when they tell
Well,
you
the
that I'm
second,
dead.
it wasn't even really a second opinion of a podiatrist because he's always been under the care of a podiatrist. And even the podiatrist that was fixing the toe was like, it's fine. It's something you go through. You're diabetic. That's the reason why his kidneys are in the state that they're in. But it was just like very weird. He came in, looked at it, put the end of a Q-tip, a long wooden Q-tip, and was like, can you feel this? He's like, I can feel it, but it doesn't hurt. Oh, let's chop it off. And so the other doctor, who was not a podiatrist, was like, no, we're not doing that's a little extreme. And this is after I did my conjure work.
Yep.
And so the nurse came in. He was cool, millennial. He's like, man, podiatrists are barely fucking doctors. Don't listen to him. Like,
This sounds
they're
like
barely a
this
doctor.
sounds like 1800s medicine.
Yes.
Oh, you're
Hear
sick?
ye, cut the fucking feet off. Like,
You put this brainwave up to your nose.
no, yeah.
And
it
then
was crazy.
the demon should be gone.
Yes.
And you're like, what?
And I was
had
just
a cough.
like, no,
What do you mean?
no.
But it make you think even yet and farther, like, what are y'all doing with all of these body parts y'all cutting off of people?
Where are they going?
What happens to them?
Ah,
You know
they're
what I
going to
mean? Like,
medical
what are
trash.
you doing with this stuff?
Well, we know placentas are definitely harvested. Take your placenta home, dry it out, have a specialist come in and dry it out and put it in
It's
capsule form.
expensive though.
It is, but they use the stem cells from it. Like
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, because Vanessa was like, well, I want to get the pills for me, and I was like, okay. And then we looked at it. We're like, that's a lot.
Have you? Oh, you can't announce.
What we're having?
Yeah.
Yes, I can now.
oh,
We
okay.
told them yesterday.
Okay.
Told them for Cinco de Mayo.
So this was the only you had the gender reveal.
Yesterday, yeah.
Okay,
so,
so-
I want people to guess. I want people to
Okay.
guess in the chat first. Which,
Go
by the way,
ahead.
I'm
Put a
not
poll
gonna
up.
lie.
I have a pull up right now.
Okay, for
26
those-
votes. And I said, would you watch a live ghost hunt if we did one?
I said no.
You said no?
No, I'm playing.
You said no. Wait,
No, but I did say I don't think Diddy's going to jail. I answered that poll too.
I think the only way he doesn't is he just pulls
doesn't?
everybody with him.
I don't
Mr.
think
Fresh,
he'll
I
pull
like
everybody
that.
with him,
He's either
but
gonna snitch,
but
but whenever
that's what I
you're a
mean.
part of a
it's a lot of
society,
things. It's a lot of things that's changing now.
a lot of moving parts, too.
Diddy was being arrested he was being indicted for a lot more things back then. Now his charges aren't as substantial as they were. Now I do understand that it's an investigation, but now it's all on your personal opinion. Like, do you feel like he was sex trafficking, or do you feel like he was just a swinger? You know what I mean? And
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
it comes down to the drawers. What kind of lifestyle do they live?
Well, and that's why you have to have a good. Hold on, I had the word for this because
Yeah.
my lawyer sent me money on Venmo, sent it to a different account, but I guess I had two accounts. So then he goes and asks George. He's like, George thinks it's my fault. He's like, we need a new jury. He was like trying to get a jury on this.
Yeah.
But the word, because if you don't know, I produce a legal podcast, so they talk about this all the time. I'm trying to get them to talk about Diddy again.
Yeah. I don't think he's going to jail, unfortunately. He deserves the pits of the bottom of the jail.
I think he's going to get time served. He was in jail for 2 years.
He ain't been in jail no damn 2 years.
It's been a long time.
He been in
He's
jail
been
for
about
about 6 months.
6 months to
He
a
been
year.
in jail long enough where they said that man has salt and pepper here.
So, oh well, he can get his Beijing in fucking jail. So this is the thing that we all have to realize. For one, if he goes to jail, he has to sacrifice not snitching on everybody else and go to jail, right? But if he decides to take a plea, which that's been in the works, in the talks, he would have to take down so many powerful people with him. And before they let him go to jail,
kill him.
they will either kill him or they will get him out of jail.
They'd kill him.
Secondly,
What about R. Kelly? He's still thriving.
fuck
They're
R.
making his
Kelly
ass
too.
sing.
But R. Kelly's wasn't. R. Kelly was doing these acts to minors on
By
his
himself.
own.
Which I feel like is even worse because they
By
hate
himself. Yeah.
But
Shomos in prison.
But what I'm saying is, it was on his. I feel like R. Kelly's thriving. He's not.
He
R.
ain't
Kelly
heard.
he
He's in
get
Martha
paid
Stewart
to
jail.
sing
Yeah.
Yeah.
in jail right now.
But another thing that
it's
we're
called
not.
voir dire.
Yes.
Creating
yeah.
a new jury. So
Yes.
we have to see how good they. But it's a federal case, so I've heard that it's not very
No,
thorough.
federal charges are harder to beat.
Well, yeah, they're harder to
They're
beat, but
like
the jury
98%.
process
You have to take in
is
consideration.
less thorough.
Yes, you're gonna have a jury, and there's even for me, there is a little doubt. Like there's that one because the lawyer, some of the attorneys that are representing these victims have been debunked as they've been feeding information to people that really were not victims, that really didn't do anything. So now I'm looking at your attorney like, you a liar. How I don't know that you are lying with him. He's a liar, you're a liar. So do I think Diddy is going to spend the rest of his life in prison?
You think it'll
he
be like a
probably
Tekashi 6ix9ine?
deserved? Yeah, no, I don't even think he's gonna snitch. I think it is the reasonable
think it's
doubt
gonna
that's
come down
going
to
to.
that.
It's not. It is
Because
not.
here's the thing. No matter what anybody has to say about the particular person and his actions, right? He provided the soundtrack to a lot of our lives.
Right.
He provided a lot of things. Like, I don't care what nobody said. I had the bad boy jersey. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like,
but that doesn't even matter because people will turn in a minute.
people will turn, but what I'm saying is, in the back of people's minds, that's still gonna play on their mind. Yes, he was beating on that girl. That's the only proof that I have. The baby oil, all of that stuff, I don't care about that. The swinger parties, if they were in there having swinger parties, people were paid to do whatever they were paid to do, that's on them. You know what I mean? Like, my thing is abusing women and stuff like that. Like, I can't ride.
Well,
for
no,
that.
it's abuse, but it's still abusing women because it was done in private and they have videotapes. Just because you ain't seen it doesn't mean that a prosecutor hasn't seen it.
Correct, but I don't
Yeah,
know.
maybe in
Yeah.
evidence.
But when we know, when it's so much money that's involved,
Right.
Them
how do
tapes,
you know?
Disappear, baby.
What I'm saying is, when there's so much money involved, I don't know if somebody say, "Hey, I give you." We know girls go, they get $50,000 to get shitted on in Dubai.
In Dubai, yeah.
You
But
know what I mean?
here's,
So how do I
here's that
know
fine
what
line.
you will-
And I get what you're saying. The fine line is that a lot of these girls were drugged. Like, they're sitting there partying and then somebody just drops something in a cup. That's where of course, escorts have been a thing. Hell, prostitution has been a thing since the beginning of time, since the ancient Egypt times. Since before then, it's always been a thing. But whenever it's not on your own recognizance and you cannot control the narrative, that's when it becomes assault. And that's
I
what
get
a
that,
lot
but
of
how do
these
we know if
girls-
they were drugged or if they were willingly taking these drugs?
No, what we're saying is a lot of them are saying, yeah, I was out here hoeing. I was a hoe, but I did not sign up to be drugged. I was not signed up to be a dummy, a corpse for them to do whatever they wanted to do to me. That's the problem. So do I think he's going to be in jail? No. Plus, he plays in a realm that
As we
no,
heard.
I swear. I know a lot of us be like on the fence about certain shit. That man plays in the astral realm. He swaps destinies. He does a lot of spiritual shit. They are not going to let him go down. There are ceremonies. A lot of the times the reason why these girls are drugged because there's no really reason for it because they're already down. A lot of these are hired escorts. They're already down.
I swear I was just about to ask you that. Like,
Yes, they're
if
already
paid,
down.
If they're paid for their services, why do
No,
they need
it's
to be
on a
drugged?
spiritual
It's
level.
It's like a power thing. It's like
It's-
I can
yeah.
control you. Which
It's
like
not even that.
That
It's
was the thing with like the
ritualistic,
Tate
too.
brothers too. They were like the Tate brothers can have any girl they want. It's like they want to control people. They
Right.
want to have their way no matter what. I could pay you, but at the end of the day, you're probably still going to be like, there's something.
Yeah, no,
some things I won't let you
it's
do.
definitely, it's not only a power trip, but if you listen to some of these mediums that have been right every time, like the Sloan Bellas and people like that, it is ritualistic sex. It is to do things that the average person, like, these are prostitutes. They do not care. They're down for whatever. But the reason why they drug it is to make them docile, so they be like, wait a minute, what's going on? Because if you are praying over my naked body and doing different stuff, and it's a whole thing, I'm gonna look at you like,
there's
what
something
the
going
fuck
on.
is you doing? But it's
if you're
like
drugged, then
it's
it's
if you're
more
drugged, you're
acceptable.
docile because you're out of it. So this is the part where, what if the prosecutors, because they collected a lot of footage,
What are they going to show? That's gonna
Right.
be, how far are they going to take it?
Yes,
because
how
in
far?
order to prove like a serious point, you're going to have to show some graphic shit.
Yes.
Yep.
And it's going to be things that surprises you on them tapes. It's not just assault. It's not just assault of the body. It's assault of the spirit. And that's why they have not showed them tapes. That's why they do have a case, but that's why it's so tight-lipped. Like, we don't know which way we're gonna go. I doubt that's the jury even sees some of
Because
this
they
shit.
said they're not. They said that they're allowed to use the Cassie Hotel.
Right. And that's, I
But
mean,
no, this is what they said today. They said they're allowed to use that footage. But the prosecutors are refusing to use that footage. And they're like, well, why would they be refusing to use the footage?
because
It might be too graphic. They will withhold that. Like what I've learned from working with lawyers a lot is like there will be some things where they're like, we probably can't show that. Also, it may be I forgot what the term is, but like how with YN
yes,
Melly?
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Murder on My Mind, great
Yes.
song by the way. They couldn't
Yes.
use that because it was
Yeah.
I forgot what it was either because he put it out like after that or before that happened. So they're
Yeah.
like, you can't use that
You
as a
can't use that.
confession.
Yeah. And it just comes down to Diddy. He has.
But he clearly killed his friend.
Yeah. He did. He did. Clearly.
back to
Clearly
that.
killed his friend.
It's just like, you have to look at it for what it is. I would be shocked. I would be willing to bet my head wrap that he does not spend any time in prison. That the witnesses went and hired that bunk ass lawyer, that man, I forgot his name, that W man who's represented everybody, the same man that represented the girl who tried to sue Jay-Z, and Jay-Z was just like, try again. You either gonna tell me who this lady is or you gonna leave me alone. And it's like now they're being coaxed into saying things. Yeah, you may have been on a party. Yeah, you may have got smashed, but it wasn't under the pretenses that you're saying. And on top of that, Diddy is a whole warlock. I'm sorry. I know we talk a lot about bullshit and what's real and what's not. That man is like, he's a very powerful, high-ranking person in a society that we are not exposed to and we never will be. I highly doubt that he spends a day in jail.
And just to spin back on what you just said briefly,
Busby, that's his name. Yep.
that's gonna that case with him and Jay-Z is gonna come up in this case
Yes.
because they're gonna play on it like all of these cases are non-factual. We already had this case dismissed. Y'all already had to drop these charges over here. You've already had to drop all of these things. How do you know that? Listen, when it comes down to money, it's a lot of people that will go to jail over the knowledge that Sean Combs knows. Period. It's a lot of people that would go to jail. That's the difference between him and R. Kelly. R. Kelly couldn't pull nobody down with him.
He was just doing
But the peons
shit.
that was underneath him, they usually, when it comes to like selling drugs and stuff like that, they arrest the crackheads so that they can get to the low level drug dealers.
Right, so they can get to the higher guy.
to the higher guys.
For sure.
So it's always a stepping stage. But if I have the golden goose, that's the plateau.
Yeah.
That's the peak.
And that's
I can't
why,
go no higher.
yes.
So
These people
why
have
do I care about you
prosecutors,
telling my
judges
people
on
below
their
you?
payroll. They have coroners on their payroll.
So,
they have so much.
I asked my lawyer, Shane, shout out Shane from
Shout out to Shane.
Cox and Wilson and Tangled Rights. I go, think Diddy is going to go to prison? Like he'll get convicted. He goes, yes. And I go, okay, why? He goes, check sex trafficking conviction rates. It's at 89%.
Yeah, and
Especially
that will
on the
be
federal
that
level.
if that's the golden lining, if they really take it to the extent of the law and really do what they're supposed to, because some of these were children, quite literal children. I'm gonna need Justin Bieber to get justice before he goes. Because that's prophesized too, that he ain't gonna be here too much longer, and it's gonna be self-inflicted. Because
That's what people are saying is he might get he might get Epsteined.
yeah, or they'll make it seem like from what I understand, it was going to be a suicide, but they are going to make it look like something else. I need
Well, if y'all
the
gonna
children.
if y'all gonna throw Justin in there, I need to throw Usher in there.
Usher is too much of a narcissist. I love. Listen, I'm gonna be very clear.
Can
I'm
Usher
not
still
a
get it?
P. No, because
But I mean,
Usher
but
is allegedly.
But allegedly he was.
He was like a big part
No,
of in the
allegedly-
parties, right?
He was with Diddy at 14.
The fact that
Just like
Diddy
Bieber?
allegedly abused him caused his sexual what is it?
Deviancy.
Not even just that, but like from what I hear from Keke Palmer's mama, from somebody that I know in real life,
Yeah,
who
I was about to say
Uncle was
allegedly.
at the
We know
table.
somebody. Listen.
Who knows somebody? There
No,
you
no,
go.
no.
You're
No,
gonna
they're
give them-
related.
What I'm gonna say.
So-
what
No,
I'm
I
gonna
know.
say-
I'm just trying to give them
what
a
I'm gonna-
degree of
no,
separation.
No, what I'm gonna say is, my child, my oldest,
Yeah.
his cousin, like real life cousin, is in a Daddy's Home video. I can show you him at any time. Mm-hmm. And I know that my blood son's cousin has lived a.
I mean, he's a homosexual.
Okay, I don't know.
Shit,
I don't know
ain't
what.
nothing wrong
I
with
don't
it.
know.
He
lives a gay life.
He's gay. He's a gay
We
man.
love our
He's
zesty
open.
fans.
The things that him
Listen.
and Usher have talked about
Mm-hmm.
on the set of that video
Leads me to believe. And then on
Could you
top of
imagine?
that,
Like
allegedly,
like
that
just on
he's,
set.
you
Yeah,
know.
you like that stuff too?
no, he literally allegedly
George
invited
Lucas?
him to
I mean-
a orgy afterwards. Allegedly.
Okay, do you go if you're 14
And
and,
he
you're
was
trying
like,
to make a
I
name
wish
for
I
yourself?
could. I got other stuff I
I
gotta
wish
get
I
into.
could. I got 6 other orgies I'm going to.
No,
I got,
seriously.
No, he was just like, if you only knew. If
Yep.
you only knew. He said, you want to come party with us? He
And
said,
that's
"Man,
an
if you-
openly gay man.
Time out. That's what I
Swear,
would have been. Time out, please.
Me.
We
On me.
will-
And then remember Keke Palmer. Remember her baby daddy was arguing with her about 2 years ago about would she were to the Usher concert and how her and Usher like interacted, right? And so her mom got mad, and the baby daddy, Keke Palmer, Akilah and the B,
Yep.
okay, her mom got mad and went off on her baby dad, and her baby dad recorded it and released the record, right? The audio. And her mom was like, I don't even know why you're worried about Usher. He's gay. Damn, mom. Thanks. I mean,
They
but
say,
that's
they
it.
say allegedly that Usher's wife
Allegedly.
is only his beard.
Yeah, that's
Allegedly.
the tea. So it comes down to, but the
No
reasoning.
man loves rollerblading. That
Man,
much.
listen. I'm gonna say this, and we gonna leave this topic alone before you get sued, okay?
And we keep saying allegedly.
Allegedly, the reason why Usher even is dabbling in that like the way he is, because there's nothing wrong with being
Allegedly.
gay. Okay, I went to the Beyonce concert on Saturday and they was looking so good. I said, Jesus, am I gay? I don't know. Do I like it? I don't know. We love our gay fans. That's not the problem. But they say that the reason why he is that way is because his first sexual encounter was with a
Oh, and
grown
so he's
P.
wired.
Diddy.
He's like wired.
Yes,
for that.
allegedly.
Which I'm saying like
Allegedly.
it's a problem.
Yes, it's not a problem. But my whole thing is he didn't stop the cycle, so he's just as guilty. He didn't stop it. He knew. But
So
because,
it's almost like Stockholm syndrome.
yes,
for
but
him.
and they're contractually obligated to do these things.
But
Because he got Justin Bieber first. If he was gonna abuse Justin Bieber,
I don't feel like that's fair though, because even though Usher is at the plateau that he's at, why would you say anything? You got to think. No matter how high Usher has got, Diddy was way higher.
yes.
Whenever before he
Okay,
Yeah.
I'm not on game, but Diddy was with like Biggie Smalls, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Like
Oh,
that's
he
he
did
was
that.
like he was coming up at the same time.
Yes.
No. He was his manager.
He's allegedly the
He's a
person.
label.
Like he signed Diddy. I mean, Diddy signed
Biggie.
Biggie.
Okay, so he's He's like the Suge Knight of the.
Yeah,
Like that's
but
like
they did the same thing to him.
to Biggie.
No, so this is the thing. You know the
So
saying.
okay, so it's the same things happened to P Diddy that he's doing to people
yes,
now.
hurt people. Clive Davis, you devil, allegedly. Andre
Allegedly.
Harrell,
Allegedly.
You know, it just is what it is. Just devils. And they did the same thing. They indoctrinated him into this. They initiated him into this. And because remember, Diddy was fired from Uptown Records. Remember that. And that was Andre Harrell. That was, you know, whatever. And then all of a sudden you are the top dog at what is it? Not Uptown, but whatever. They gave him his own shit. Okay. I'ma just tell y'all now.
I'm gonna need Ray to clock out.
Ray, I'm not doing this with you tonight.
I mean,
bro.
if you choose any TLC, Chili does not have the curves.
He
It's
said,
given
let it
Tommy.
burn. He said, let it burn. And what's it called was really a plea
Listen,
from a Diddy STD.
I can promise you. And they mess with. They don't just do it. They don't abuse you and let you go. They continuously come throughout your life and fuck with you. Why do you think Justin
It's a control
Bieber
thing,
is
like you said.
Like they forced him and I say they
Allegedly.
allegedly.
Mr. Vance looking
The
at me.
higher ups forced this man to marry that girl. That girl is a psychopath, allegedly. Haley Bieber is a menace to society, okay?
Sorry, Ray. Ray said George is the Suge Knight of Calls From Beyond and Noah is the Fresh is the Biggie.
Man, listen.
Damn.
Ray, go ahead and clock out. Go ahead and log off
I
for
don't
me.
want to get killed, y'all.
Hey, when I was growing up, they used to say I looked like Faith Evans. I swear, it was so annoying. Imagine being 10 and compared to a whole grown
I'm not
woman.
gonna say who I get told. Damn, George.
I was annoyed. You
Hold
know
on,
what?
hold on.
Go
He coming
ahead,
up. He
Suge.
coming up.
Now he big like Suge too. George is one of them people. You can't fight him. You gotta just shoot him. You cannot fight him. Listen, now you gotta say.
See, I never really knew about Suge. I knew who Suge Knight was, but until I watched
We thought
NWA.
he was okay. We thought he was the villain this whole time. He was not the villain. He
Who was
was
the villain?
never the fucking villain.
No.
Suge Knight just did an interview from
Paul
jail.
Giamatti was.
Hold up. Time out.
He was never the villain.
Sometimes he was.
Sometimes he's what?
I
But
seen,
it's like
I
if you
seen Suge beat somebody ass because he parked in the wrong spot.
you've seen it on a movie.
I don't
Valid
care.
crash out.
But enough pork to motherfucker.
Man, listen.
Now
No,
move this
I'm gonna
motherfucker.
say this. I'm gonna say this. Suge Knight, sometimes he was the villain. Was he on a power trip? Absolutely. You know he played for UNLV. So it's like, it's very much so. I am the college football star that got injured and whatever. I'm a Compton
What you said,
Crip
George?
or a Compton Blood. Excuse me.
Hey, damn. There's a lot
And
of
I'm
similarities.
just I got it out the mud, right? But some of the things now that he is older and he tells his own stories, the math back then, whenever we thought he was a villain, was not mathing. Some of that shit he's saying, he was
doesn't add up.
like, wait a minute, but he never liked P. Diddy because P. Diddy, he's like, if you want to, make music and not have the CEO, the executive producers, all in the videos. He said this at the Source Awards, 1995. George, you won't get demonetized. Pull it up. All in the videos, dancing, because Diddy really wanted to be the star, but Diddy has never been talented. Let's keep it above.
You said Diddy what? The 1995?
1995 Source Awards. Just put
It
in
was
Source
one of them.
Awards, Suge Knight, Diddy. It'll come right up.
Diddy.
If you don't want,
The
if you don't want
But-
your directors dancing in your videos,
All in the videos, dancing.
Come to Death
I'll
Row
say that
Records,
now.
baby.
When it's somebody that's doing too much, and I'm like, you all in the videos.
You know who I just learned
dancing.
about? Speaking of 90s rap, Booyah Tribe, you guys know who that is?
Booyah Tribe?
Yeah.
No, I never heard of him.
I think they were like Bay Area.
That's old school. That's
Yeah,
like,
it's just like
Haley
90s.
Bieber is a stalker.
there you go. Look at him going up there doing his big one.
Oh, we're for sure getting demonetized with that song.
Oh shit.
They're from
Lower the
Carson.
music.
First of all, I'd like to thank God.
Oh, is that Suge?
Yeah.
Second of all, I'd like to thank my whole entire Jumbo family on both sides. You know what I'm saying? Like to tell Tupac,
Hold on, it's coming. It's coming. It's coming.
George Knight.
And one other thing I'd like to say, any artist out there want to be an artist and want to stay a star, and don't want to have to worry about the executive producer trying to be all in the videos, all on the record.
Dancing.
Come to Death Row.
Hold on. It gets this show was so fucking messy. When I tell you, that's
What-
Snoop Dogg.
was
You
this on
can't even
BET
say.
or-
This is baby. This was the Source
Tell 'em why
Awards.
should
The
people
Source
join
You said
magazine.
95?
This was
I was
95,
-2
bro.
then.
I was.
-2.
I was -2.
Let me tell you, I have the.
George was -3.
I have the
Hey,
memory of an
I
elephant.
watched
I
it. I was
remember
10.
this. Yes, I remember this. I was about to be 5 years old.
I was 10.
Or no, I was about to be 4. This might have been 96 actually. I think this is 96.
So I was -1.
Because I lived in
I was 11.
I lived in Los Robles, so I know I was old enough. I was like, "Ooh, burn! He told y'all like."
And
you
you
know,
really, and at the time you had like a surface level
no,
understanding.
because I lived on the West. I'm from Sacramento, so it was
okay.
West Side,
Yeah, versus
East
East
Side.
Side.
little,
Tupac
little did you
and
know the two
we
biggest
was running
artists was
around
going
the
to
hood.
get killed behind that.
I lived in the projects, baby. We was running around the hood talking about West Side. So I remember that. I watched the award shows, and now that I'm grown and I listen to his interviews because I think he's still in prison.
He is.
But
yeah.
he just recently, within the last year, did a interview, and he was talking about Diddy. He was just like back then, like people, it was known within the rap community that he allegedly like to groom young boys and sleep with men. And he's like, if that's the way you are, that's the way you are. Back then, it was very much so taboo, and you didn't talk about it. No, it was so many people in the industry that knew what Diddy was. They knew he was a predator. They knew what they did to Usher because Usher had to be hospitalized at 14 years old because he was abused that bad. And his mother knew that shit too. And shame on her, allegedly, for letting her kids stay in there for $1. Justin Bieber daddy, Usher's mama, they're two in the same.
Drake Bell.
Drake, oh my God. Can we please talk about Drake Bell? Like,
Really,
all of them.
Really quick, Paulo, please call back in. You were in the waiting room. I clicked
Oh, Paulo's
accept.
been waiting. She's
I'm
from,
so
she's
sorry.
from Zambia. She's the one that's
I
been
don't know
calling.
if
Yes.
Every
no,
time she
come
calls,
on.
though.
I didn't know we had a call. We could have been.
No. It was literally like I would say 5 minutes ago. I just clicked join, and she.
heard her call.
I don't know. She wasn't here.
Listen.
I'll be able to
Yeah.
give you these, Mr.
But
Fresh.
either way, while we wait for Paulo to come back, I appreciate your patience because I did not know you was in the waiting room, baby.
This is
But
Booyah Tribe. They were on my client Cisco.
I
He
need to
interviewed him.
hear a song because I'm from Sacramento, which people
Well,
be
they're from
like,
Carson.
"Yeah, no, that's okay." They're from
Booyah
Carson.
Tribe.
Is
Here,
Yeah, Booyah Tribe.
Carson City
Are
or
they
Carson,
Carson,
California?
What are they,
California.
Salon?
Yeah.
Oh, that's dope.
Yeah, they look like they beat your ass.
Yep.
Yeah.
Again, people you gotta
look
shoot,
like
not
they,
fight.
they look like they would beat Georgia's ass.
Yeah, we worked with
Jordan's big as
Cisco. We
shit.
know Western
My
Conference,
brothers.
So
big body Cisco.
Man.
Before we start this, because I know that she or he, I'm not sure, it's
She.
a woman.
She.
Okay.
Okay.
She's going to call back in. I just wanted to thank everybody in the chat that has been ordering from Manifesty. I see some of y'all. Shout out to Chrissy. Shout out to Yolanda. Shout out to Mystical,
Shout
which
out.
that's not her name, but I know her name. Shout out to my patrons. Okay, shout out to y'all. Y'all have been the MVPs of everything.
Kamisha.
Kamisha.
Oh, we can't forget Kamisha
Yeah, we
either.
can't forget
Speaking of
Kamisha.
Kamisha,
She
she
ain't
said
here.
Meek Mills. I haven't heard that name in like 10, 15
We
years.
not, hey,
Well,
we not talking about
no,
me.
why not? Because he got his back broke.
We not regular.
That nigga sound like me. I said, God damn,
I
that's
wasn't-
a little too close to home. He
I
got his
wasn't-
back
I ain't-
broke.
It was AI.
No, it wasn't. No, it wasn't.
never heard it to
No,
this
it
day.
wasn't.
I
I'm
refuse
trying
to
to see
listen
his
to it.
goddamn tape. I'm trying to see his tape.
I'm trying to see something. Let me
I'll
see
pay
something.
for that. I ain't
I
never.
refuse.
I'll pay for that.
I
Okay.
refuse to listen to
Manifesty
it.
will pay for it.
Listen, I
I'm
used to
still-
pray for times like this.
I don't care what she said.
Pray for
You ain't gonna
times
talk
like
bad about
to
my
rhyme
man
like
like
this.
that. Listen, I'm holding it down
Well,
for all
you know,
of the
he
Pennsylvanians.
did say.
And I'm still going. When I sing that song, I'm still gonna put my Rolex in
Listen.
the air and hold my Rolex
He
in the
said
sky.
he was locked down in the
No.
paddy wagon. Okay.
Hold
That
on, wait a
means
minute.
he was going to jail, ma'am.
Shout out to
Not
Pierce
locked
and Chris
down
on
in the
Twitch.
back of
He's
somebody's
familiar
basement.
with that type of activities. There's no way at 30 plus years old you gonna wake up one day and say, you know what, I'm gonna let a man bend me over.
And with that being said,
Paulo, save us, please.
Go ahead.
Unmute
Let me put my sheet back in the way. God, this is so unhinged.
real
This
quick.
show.
yes, Miss Fresh.
Before we go to the call.
Hi guys.
Oh, she's already here. Hi,
Oh.
Paulo.
Hi,
Hey.
Paulo.
Hi Noah. Hi Mr. Fresh. Hi Austin and George. How are you guys doing?
Doing good. Glad you got to call him when Noah is here.
Yes.
Yes, finally. Oh my goodness. You know, Noah, me, George, and Austin have all been besties. You know, I've called in a couple of times.
Period. Yes.
And,
I listened to your calls
always
too,
been
even though I
love.
wasn't here.
Yeah, oh, I'm glad. I'm glad because, I have an ancestor story today.
Oh,
Okay,
beautiful,
Ashe.
beautiful.
Oh, you guys, I literally nearly died
What?
last month in April. I was in a car
Me too.
accident.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, no,
No, I'll tell you
shame.
my story. We could switch stories about how we thought we were dying after this, but go
Yeah.
ahead.
Ah,
Yes, April
so,
was bad.
yeah. Oh my goodness. Literally the few days after it happened, I really got the sense to call in. It feels
Mm.
important. It felt important to call in because I have a blackout moment from it. I just remember boom, 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 and it
Mm-hmm.
was dark. It was like in the AMs, we were going back home. We were drunk, and
Mm.
then it was dark, and then it was light, and we were um like it was the aftermath, and I didn't know what had happened, right? But here's the thing, you guys. It was two of us in the car, and both me and the other person remember a third person in the back.
Mm.
And like clear as day, we both remember a third person in the back. And after the accident, we were so freaked out because we're like, where's where's the other dude? But we
Mm-hmm.
couldn't even remember who it was. There was no one else in the car, but we both remember it. And I take it as that was, God, an ancestor. It was Jesus. It was
Hold
someone
on. There was
who
somebody in the
was
back
looking up.
seat as you guys were crashing that was not with you guys originally.
Yes, yes,
Wow.
You had third
like,
person syndrome, because that's what that's called.
yes,
Like it's third person.
yes, yes, yes.
Mm.
Yes, I've been trying to remember what that was called, but I've heard of it
Mm-hmm.
before, of like people in like a near death experience,
Yes.
being helped by another entity, another person who is not present when you do the roll call. And we
Mm-hmm.
actually talked about it. And he told me he was scared to bring it up because he was freaked out because he was like, oh my gosh, did we kill someone?
Mm-hmm.
But there was no one there. And here's another thing. When I came to, I think we were unconscious. We both blacked out, like memory wise, so we don't know what happened. Um, but when I came to, I looked outside the car and there was a crowd of people, you guys. It was really early
Mm.
in the morning, so
Mm-hmm.
there couldn't have been that many people in the street. And then as it started to get light, when we were standing outside the car, getting it towed and everything, there was like seven people there. And I remember literally asking, like, where's everyone? Like there were so many people here. Where are they? And dude was like, there was never a lot of people here. So
Mm-hmm.
basically, I saw a crowd, and everyone, uh, the few people that witnessed the accident say the car flipped. I don't know if that's what happened. And why did we both walk out without a scratch? Well,
Ashe,
I had,
amen.
I had, I had
That's
some bruises.
that's a yeah.
Yeah, I had some bruises. I had an injury on my arm that is still healing, but I got x-rayed, no broken bones. We had just tiny bits of glass and a few cuts. But
Mm-hmm.
people kept saying, you guys are lucky to be alive. And the people that saw it said it flipped. And every time someone saw the car, like while we were at the police station, every time someone saw the car, they were like, you guys are so lucky. Apparently,
Mm-hmm.
literally minutes before we got to that same police station, somebody was brought in from a car accident and she died
Oh my
in that same
gosh.
police, like a few minutes before. And apparently, her car looked nothing like ours. Her car looked so much better. Ours is
Mm-hmm.
totaled, but
Wow.
like we were fine. Like we were okay. I got X-rayed because um I mean a standard thing to do, but I also
Yeah, as
only
you
went a
should.
couple of days later. Yeah, I only went a couple of days later because right after it happened, we were in so much shock that I couldn't feel anything. Also, we just kept drinking wine that day because we were numbing, the emotional pain of what had just happened.
Mm-hmm.
So it took a while to realize, like, especially like with my arm, just how bad it was. But it's just soft tissue damage. And yeah, I wanted to tell you guys about the third person and the crowd of people I saw outside. I also kept thinking about my grandma. Like I
Mm-hmm.
kept getting a sense of her, my grandma and a sister of mine that passed. I kept getting a
I
sense of
wonder if
them.
one of them was in that back
And
seat with you, protecting you.
oh,
Yeah,
for
looking out.
sure, for
Mm-hmm.
sure.
You
And
probably
I
couldn't see
can
their
bet
face,
you
but
that,
it was somebody that was there with you.
yeah.
You know.
And
And
see,
the
I've made
person
a
in the
video
back,
about this, and people always they get in the comments talking out the side of their neck like, "Oh, you're in psychosis. This isn't real." No, this shit is absolutely real.
You never understand
it
it unless you
is
actually went through it.
Yep.
real.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, and I had only just heard about it. I'd never experienced that before, and especially the fact that the person I was with also remembers a third person, and we both remember it being a male presence.
Well, I just want
We
to say
both
that we're happy that you're
We're
here to
happy
tell us
you
the
made
story.
it.
I'm
my
very
God.
glad.
Because and you know what that was, girl. That was Spirit's way of tapping you on the ass and say, "Don't y'all go drinking wine and driving no more. No more of that," because this was just the warning. It was just a car. That's material shit. You can replace that.
Yeah.
Insurance will pay for that. But they're like, don't do that no more, because this could be. And okay, so now that I have the full details, you know, whenever a third person shows up and you had a plethora of people. Some people, like I had a car accident like that, and a woman helped me, and she was in a gray jumpsuit, kind of similar to what Mr. Fresh is wearing. And she stayed with me until the police, our car was totaled too. We weren't drinking or anything. We weren't in the wrong. But she showed up too, and then she disappeared. Never saw that lady again in my life. And they say whenever you are that close to death and you have that third person experience that you really died, but you jumped timelines where you lived.
You know,
So
honestly,
that's another thing to consider.
yes, no, honestly, I had that conversation with my friend. I was like, listen, what if we actually died, but we jumped timelines because we are not done?
Yes.
But neither of us is done, you know? And we talked a lot. We spent a lot of, you know, the week afterwards talking and praying and meditating on scripture, because he is quite heavily Christian. I'm Christian, but I'm more spiritual. I like that I learned about hoodoo from you, because I feel like that's something that I'd like to explore. Also, my grandma from Zimbabwe, she was from a group who practiced that kind of religious practice where they combine African spirituality with Christianity. And I've been very curious about that, so I'm going to do more research. But
well, come on over, Apollo. Come to Patreon. That's all we talk about over there. We have a Discord and we chat about it because it's very important. Yes, Lauren, my assistant, is in the chat and she is cosplaying me. Lauren, if you could please drop the link to Patreon. It's just patreon.com/The Black Cauldron without an A in the cauldron. But come on over because...
And the Discord as well. Please.
Yes, because it's so important that we understand that we can do both.
I'm curious, do you know what it was called? Which your grandmother practiced? Do you know what it was called?
I'm going to find out the name. I keep forgetting. I'll find out the name, and next week, or I'll send an email with it or something.
Please,
but
please
I
do.
can find out tomorrow. Yeah, but yeah. So what I had wanted to say is, I kind of forgot my point, but about the lots of people in the third person syndrome. You know, I just really kept getting the sense of ancestor. And you know, something that's been coming up for me a lot lately is that I keep getting the reassurance and the reminder that my spirit guides don't play about me.
They don't.
And yes, we're talking about jumping timelines. I had this conversation with my friend, like, I really think that we died. The way that people are talking about it, about the car, about how we're lucky to have survived, I think we died. But
we died several times.
You know, the entities that need us to stay, God, you know, but the universe made sure that we jumped to a timeline where we were okay.
Yes,
you know,
it's like have you ever played like, or even just a video game like, I'm gonna say Super Mario, right? Whenever he dies, he just reappears in the same like timeline. And if you have multiple lives, sometimes whenever he jumps up to hit the little question mark, there's no mushroom in there because you already ate the mushroom in the previous life. So it's kind of like that. I feel like we have died so many times and God is like, God damn it, Noah, Brianna, Can you please stay safe? I'm gonna throw you in this next timeline because you're not done here, girl. Like, no. So that's very much, that rings true. I have been in several places and accidents where I was like, damn, bitch, you should be dead.
Right?
You should be a little dead right now, but I'm not, because we're not done. And our souls wouldn't even accept that.
When I came to, I remember just thinking, why are these people here? We just need to go home. Like, that was my thought. I was so irritable. I was like, why are there people around the car? We need to drive and go. And then I backed out again, and then I'm standing outside the car, and there isn't that many people. And me and him were talking about how we must be on the precipice, like we're right on the edge of something big. You know, something major is about to happen in both our lives. If something like that happened and we are still here. And I had a conversation with God after that day, because it had been just a few days after I paid my rent, and it stressed me out so much. And I remember just telling God that, like, if I'm still here and you've got bigger plans for me, hashtag Jeremiah 29:11, if you've got plans for me, then I've transcended rent. You're never going to let me worry about rent again. Like, me and God had that agreement, and I am still waiting on him to honor it, because literally I'm like a day late, but I'm holding on in faith. I'm holding on in faith because I'm not here to suffer.
No,
I am
no, and I think
here
that's the misconception that a lot of us have. I made, first of all, I want you to go to my TikTok and I want you to scroll to last summer. I made a conjuring, and it was in order for you to always be able to pay your rent without an issue.
Okay.
And it's scroll all the way down. I did a house spell to get a house, a conjuring, and I did a make sure your rent is always paid. And when I tell you, even when they raised my rent, when I said, because, you know, I broke up my apartment building, and I was like, I don't want to be with you anymore. I don't want to sign another lease.
It's not you. It is you.
It's not you. It absolutely is you, because how you, $2,600, are y'all smoking crack?
I don't think y'all understand
it's so expensive.
The power of this lady right here. Listen, she said, I want a house.
Yep.
She went and got some trinkets.
I went and got
from this house.
Some odds and ends.
I went some that ass.
I wasn't gonna say what she got, but she went and got some trinkets from this property we went to go visit.
Listen,
and let's say we move in 9 days.
Yeah, I legitimately on a Monday was like, you know what? Let me get this damn dirt. Let's put it in a sugar jar, because I know it works. I know it works.
Just the faith that we both have, like the faith we have in our spirit guides and ancestors and ourselves, because we put in a 30-day notice way before,
and didn't have a house.
We even knew where we was moving.
We
didn't know. And you're like, check this out. You're like the ghost that was like, look what I can do.
Look what I can do. I felt like Stewart from Mad TV. Look what I can do. And because I had no idea. But I want you to go on my TikTok page, look that up, because it is a bowl. And I still have mines that I made on that video. Now that I'm moving out of there, yes, I could be honest. It was for me, which I said in the video. But, you know, people like to have hateration.
That's what's above my microwave?
Still have it.
It's still there.
And you know, my rent is very expensive, but I've been able to pay it and still go and play, still take vacations.
I'm still stuck on $2,600. That is my rent for over a year. Oh my
god.
Oh my
god. Where you at? You in Zimbabwe?
Zambia.
Zambia.
They said my rent. No, they said it's so beautiful in Zambia.
Oh, they said
the waterfalls. So oh my gosh.
Yes, that's where the big falls are. You guys need to come out here. Maybe you should make your next retreat.
Oh, I was just finna say, because they gave me my trip advisor on my neck. Shout out to Brandon. He's like, okay, you're going to Bali and Costa Rica.
That's where VJ used to live.
Yes, we have friends in Zambia. We have friends in Zimbabwe. We have friends. Yes, we be meeting people on these cruises.
So we go on cruises. Since my real name is Mandela. Like, when they find out my name is Mandela, everybody loves it, and they just start talking to us.
He knows the word.
They call him. Yes, his mother named him Mandela. His name is Mandela.
That's cool.
Linnell. So Whenever you hear it,
Redacted. 'Cause
a
we
lot
get
of
me doxing.
yes. I mean,
They could come for me if they want to.
Damn, is that what is
Mr.
that?
Fresh,
That is
I'm about
Zambia.
to not call you anything else but like Mr. Mandela from now.
Hey,
yes.
listen.
And they called
you
him.
wanna call me, that's
What did they
fine.
call him? What was Mandela? Nelson
Man-
Mandela's
Madiba.
Yes, they were calling him Madiba.
On the boat?
On the boat. Yes, they loved it. They thought it was so awesome, and it was a lot
Yeah,
of
that
things
is
we were able
cool.
to dispel because here in America they brainwash us into thinking that
that
Africans do
Africans
not
don't
like
like
us.
African Americans. That's what they
Yes.
make us think.
and they were like,
So
it's bullshit.
they make us afraid to come to Africa because it's like if the Africans don't want us, the Americans don't want us. We might as well just stay where
Yeah.
we're at, you know?
Yeah, so
They're trying to mind fuck you guys. Come
Yes.
through, come buy land, come move back if you
Yeah.
want.
That's what they always
That's all I was
tell us
waiting
come
for.
home. Come home, and it makes me feel so good because
Because
it's
the
like
other thing is that you've got the strength of the dollar in your favor. Right now my currency is like one US dollar is like almost 30 of my currency.
all
That's
right,
why
we gonna be
also
neighbors. You
the
know, a
conversion-
landlord.
We're gonna be neighbors.
no, she said 2,600
Yeah.
is her rent for the
Well,
year.
yeah,
I was
and-
gonna say like mine's
It's
14.49
literally
a month.
Yes,
for
yeah.
me.
America
literally
is
a
the
year
biggest
for me.
scam, and like even my assistant, I promise her because she lives in the Philippines, and I love the Philippines. Like one of the flight, I've been there. I've stayed there for 3 weeks. One of the flights that we're taking to not Costa Rica, but to Bali has like a 15-hour layover in the Philippines, and I just want to go just because I love my assistant. That's like my sister from another mister, and I want to see her. But we always promise her.
She
I'm
on
like,
your neck right now too, though.
yep, she is. But we always tell her like, hey, if you want to come, we will sponsor you one day. But I'm just letting you know, it's very ghetto here. I'm trying to get out. You trying to come in. It's like,
That's because
Honestly, I've never wanted to come to the States. I've got absolutely no desire to come to the States.
Don't.
God bless you.
I
No.
just had a trip. I postponed. I was supposed to be in Canada like next week, but it wasn't adding up for another trip that I have later on. So I and it was also
Listen,
really
yep.
expensive. I think I needed like $5,000 US, which probably isn't that much, but it's like
No, it is.
over 150,000 of my currency. So I had to just put it off.
Yeah,
So
absolutely.
the
And if it
USA
doesn't
can
work out,
miss
you weren't supposed to
me.
go anyway.
Canada just has syrup. Let's be
Yeah.
real.
Yeah, and good
Yeah,
bacon.
but I
apparently.
looked forward to Canada. Like that's the closest to the US I've ever wanted to go.
Yeah, the United States, it's not all it's cracked up to be. It's very expensive. We have, looked at South Africa, which we didn't quite want to go there. No, because apartheid and them people down there.
They're trying to bring it back.
I know,
Huh?
but even though it was like abolished, it still is a thing, and you ain't finna stop me. I know.
Yeah, it's the energy there is very weird. But
Yes.
the black people there are very welcoming. I think they're very welcoming of like especially Americans,
Yeah.
because I think South Africa has always been like a go-to spot like for us in Africa. Like it's always
Yeah.
been quite
It's
developed. So like
beautiful
since
there
I
too.
think our first really good international holiday as a family was to South Africa.
Yeah.
So I've got very
Yeah.
fond memories
Because
of
they had the
it.
beaches and
I appreciate-
everything. It's like
Yeah,
paradise.
It was lovely.
And,
I'm trying to go to
um,
Robin Island.
Yeah, we have tossed around, and Africa, we were supposed to do it for his 40th.
Well, it hasn't happened yet.
His 40th is later on. He has a
well,
birthday
He's got
coming
like
up.
10 years. Mr. Fresh.
My
You know
40th
what?
is in like 2 weeks.
That's
man.
my old man over there. So
Where are we going again?
We wanted. Well, at first I was
Nowhere.
trying to take him to Jamaica.
I'm
Could
going.
not go
I'm going
to
back
Jamaica.
to the Mayo Clinic for my 40th.
Yeah,
Happy
pretty
birthday.
much.
What you want to eat, Mr. Fresh?
Huh?
What you want to eat for your
What I want-
40th? What do you want to eat for your 40th?
Yeah. What you want to eat?
Taco Bell, baby, we back. No,
Nah, he giving me that look because he's seeing if his filter should be on or not. It should.
No, I wasn't going to say that.
I'm not trying to be rude.
No. It's him. He's the
bougie.
I
problem.
hear
I'm
that
bougie.
you guys' food, people from here, people from Africa who travel, they say that your food has no taste. They say that the
I
meats-
bet.
I,
I can agree with that. We do not season our
So
food.
we need Yeah, we need you to come here and have like some actual organic
Yes.
produce. Another place you should look at is Namibia. It is
Oh, I
stunning
have
there.
been. Oh my God.
Stunning.
Okay. I'm trying to save Africa for whenever he gets a kidney because dialysis
Mhm.
options are very slim out of the country.
I
But
understand that.
we have been looking at Africa for years. That is our dream vacation to go home.
I'm trying
And
to go buy in Africa because
yeah.
I see. Listen, 200,000 here might get you a 2-bedroom condo.
Yep.
Yeah.
200,000 in
Mhm.
Africa. When I see what 200,000 get you in
Man,
Africa,
listen.
You'll get a mansion. It's a mansion, I
Yes,
promise
it's a
you.
mansion, yeah. And I've been ready to go home and I've been ready to move to Africa. And I'm trying to be considerate of my children because I don't want to culture shock them, but I just might have to because if
we
I
can send
gotta
them to an
wait,
international school.
yeah, I mean, we watched that one show
Yeah,
on
they'll
Netflix,
be fine in an international school.
Blood
And
and
also
what?
Blood
the
and
thing is
water.
you'll
Yeah.
find that they'll be like the popular kids. Like there's something also about like foreign a lot of African countries really lack foreign people. And
Hmm.
especially if you're foreign black, I think it's a plus because then you're more relatable. Yeah.
Yes.
And
Yeah.
there isn't the issue of like possible racism, but then it's cool that you're like from somewhere else, you
Yeah,
know.
it's like
So they might
it's
just
the
be the
mystere
popular
behind
kids.
being foreign, but still being
Yes,
black and still having African
yes,
blood in your blood. But
yeah,
we were
yeah.
watching
So
Blood and Water, and I showed my kid.
love that
Oh my
show.
God, I love that. Oh my God, if you've never watched Blood and Water, please do because my kids, my daughter, and my son, my big two.
Hmm.
One will be 13 in September, one will be 16 in December, and we were watching this, and they're like, "Why do they have them accents?" And
That's
I'm
in
like,
Africa.
they're like, there's white people in Africa. I said, you sound like Karen from Mean Girls. If you're from Africa, why are you white? Like,
Yeah.
and I had to explain it, but Blood and Water was
Also,
the
by the
best
way, the
depiction.
African whites are the
Yeah.
worst kind of
Mm-hmm.
whites. They are the most racist. Oh my
Yes,
That's what I
goodness.
yes.
heard.
In a
That's what I
land that's
heard.
not theirs. I'm surprised that the
Can you
Africans,
imagine
the
that?
Zulu people have not gathered up and kicked their ass out their country. But it's very,
It's a mental thing.
yes,
It's a
it
mental
is. It
thing.
is.
Like
It's
we're
here
still
too.
dealing with land reparations. They have a lot of the land. It's such an issue. My
Mm-hmm.
God, it's something that I would like to see in my lifetime. Like I would like to see land reparations done because there's
Yes.
absolutely no reason why a non-black, non-Zambian born person should own so much land. Like our
Yeah.
farming blocks are mostly owned by South Africans that escaped persecution during after apartheid. They came over here, they bought up lots of land in the rural areas, and they are
Wow.
currently just wreaking havoc over there.
And
Like
see, we
they
would
have
never know.
established like little mini, right? Because it's so rural, you
No,
don't
we
get news
never
about it, and
like,
the people over there depend on them for the jobs, and they treat them like garbage.
yep. Like Elon Musk. Absolutely. He is,
Ugh,
I'm ready
He's
to
not
deport him
African.
back to
He's not
wherever he
African. We're
came
not sending
from.
him. He can stay in America. I
I
will
don't
go
think
where
they
he's
want.
from.
No,
I
Yeah.
I'm
don't
staying
want
here.
him
Don't
here.
leave him here with me. Send him to,
Go to
I don't
Mars.
know.
I can
Elon
honestly
Musk can go to
say,
Mars.
and this is why it's so important and this is why I love this show because we never know who we're gonna get, where they're from, because it's so important that Africans who ancestors ran faster than black people's, it's important that we have these conversations because they have
Mm-hmm.
brainwashed us into believing
Mm-hmm.
that we are not welcomed home. Don't come to Africa.
Mm-hmm.
Africans hate
But
us.
it's a
And
dual brainwash though.
yes,
Because they
they
also
brainwashed
brainwash
them.
Africans to believe that
We're all
we're all
thugs.
gang members and thugs,
Yes.
and all we do
Yes.
is negative things. And then you
Mm-hmm.
have
That's true.
us. We're business owners. We've been entrepreneurs for years.
Right.
You know,
Black
so it's-
women are the most educated group of women in the United States, and nobody talks about it. And
Mm-hmm.
even like whenever I was in college, I went to a historically black college here in the States, and they, my roommate was African. Her family, like first generation, and so she had all this pressure
Mm-hmm.
on her to not only do academically well, but you better not bring a black man home. Not at all.
Oh wow.
She was dating an
Like a Black
African,
American
like a
man.
black American man. It was instilled in her brain.
Mm.
You better not fail out of
it's be-
school, and you better
it's
not
because
bring
of,
home
it's because of
a black man.
it's because of what you got to think. If if the fair-skinned people run everything in Africa, like financially, then they're gonna show them the depiction of what they want them to believe of us.
Yeah, they're controlling the narrative
Yes.
everywhere. Like I don't know
Yeah.
if you've heard of Elon Musk going on about how the white South African male is suffering. The white South African male is fine. He's got generational wealth. He doesn't need to work.
Yeah.
He's
Yep.
okay. He
Yeah.
is okay.
Yeah.
It's so ridiculous the propaganda that they push. Because even just considering myself, I have always wanted to create also my podcast is loading soon, you guys.
Hey,
But I have
now
always
let
Hey,
us
send
know.
it
I
to
will
us.
plug it. I
Send it
will
to us,
plug
girl.
it.
Yeah, thank you.
Let me know whenever
I've
you
always
drop your
wanted
first episode because I
I
will literally
will.
do a whole episode on it
Or
and
maybe
send everybody that way.
maybe she could
I'd
maybe y'all could do something
appreciate that
together.
because my
Mm-hmm.
podcast is on hair and it's about reconnecting to our identity with hair because we've been through so much, even as
Yes.
African blacks, with our hair, with like not being allowed certain hairstyles. When I worked in corporate in
Mm-hmm.
Namibia, I used to have meetings about me like every week because of my
Damn.
hair. I didn't even know
We
this
still go
because the
through that
white
too.
people were so, yeah, they were so uncomfortable with me. Apparently, they can't recognize me because I changed my hair so much, and I just need to pick a hairstyle.
Oh
And
my
it's like it's not
God.
my fault that
They go through
your
the
hair is
same things in
boring.
Well,
Africa
yeah,
that we
they
go through
do.
here.
But see, in Africa, they're allowed to.
Harass you, low-key.
Yes, here you'll get sued, low key. Like
Mm,
they have to walk on eggshells whenever they're talking about our hair. But our hair is
mm-hmm,
unprotected. They want us all to be
mm-hmm,
heat damaged, silk pressed, Brazilian
mm-hmm.
blowout. Nobody got
Same,
time for
same
that.
for us. Same for us. And also the thing is that I feel like the cosmopolitan African generation is not represented in the media.
Mm-mm.
It's just the struggling Africans with flies
Yes,
on their faces,
yes,
and
Yes.
it's
yes.
always so it's so infuriating to me. It's like, do you know that I am a early 30s hot African girl that goes out and has wine with her friends, has a really good time, and we eat sushi here also. Like just little
Right.
things
You
that are
guys are
like,
normal
Yeah,
people.
they make it
how
think that
And
everybody lives in
that's
huts and they
yes.
don't got running water.
And that's
Like,
why
it's crazy.
it was so important whenever me and Manny were watching Blood and Water.
mm-hmm, mm-hmm,
My kids were like, I didn't know we lived like that, even though I had told them it's like, yeah, mom, whatever. And I was like, no, y'all really think Africans is out
Right,
there
this is how
living in
they're
huts?
this is how they're living.
And so
Like,
when they seen it, they believed it because I said these people are South African. Like a lot of my ancestry, it hovers around Nigeria, South Africa, Congo.
really,
Yes, so I'm all
really.
around. Right.
Oh my
So
God, hey
I was
cousin.
like, I'm right, hey cousin, Zimbabwe. And so I was just like, y'all need to know where
So are you
y'all blood
Bantu?
is.
Are you
Yes,
are you
I come
from
from
the
the Bantu
Bantu?
peoples.
I'm
Yes,
I'm part of the
yes,
Bantu
That's so
people
yes.
as
great.
well.
You're literally my cousin. You're
Yes,
literally my
yes,
cousin.
yep. And so I was
That's so
like,
great.
y'all have to know, don't let this media make y'all think that y'all come from poverty. Y'all do not. Y'all came from kings and
Honestly,
queens that came here before
honest.
Columbus and everybody else, like it's very
We teach our
important.
kids about Mansa Musa and other people all the time because we
Mm-hmm.
don't want them to just know about the poverty Africa. We want them to know
No,
about
because that's just a small
the
percentage.
wealth. We want them to know about the power and why Africa became Africa. A lot of people act like Africa
Yeah.
wasn't this powerhouse. Africa is in a position it's in
Mm-hmm.
right now because of the resources that Africa had.
Yeah, it has. Still to this day, they still
Yeah.
going down there in Congo and getting all the lithium and getting all the gold and
And
child,
they're trying to
listen.
start with us
I
here in Zambia
I
because
I
they
would love
found
to
lots of
connect with you,
minerals
Paulo.
here.
Please,
Yes,
email
absolutely.
me
Because I'm also just thinking
because
of research topics I could help you out with
yes, please,
like
please.
information from here that you could make videos to expound on the knowledge that
Yes,
is lacking
yes.
in the media about the different demographics here. Also the fact that there's so many different demographics and not just the starving African demographic.
No, yeah, that's bullshit. I never believed that. Even as a kid, whenever I was not a spiritualist, I was just a church girl. I would look at those commercials. I'm like, the math ain't
'Cause I mean,
mathing. Everybody is not
honestly,
poor
'cause
down there.
honestly,
Like, no.
right? I didn't grow up poor, I don't know what state we grew up in, but we didn't grow up poor. I went to private school. My parents paid for my university
Clock
education.
it.
I have a degree.
Mm-hmm.
Like I I grew up well,
Mm-hmm.
and I just also would really like for better representation.
Yes.
But another thing
Yes.
that I feel with all of this is that if we're misrepresented in the media, then we must also represent ourselves and create our own brand of media. Like
Period.
I've
Create
always
the own,
been
Period.
create the
called to
narrative. Be the
Yeah.
create
Be
narrative.
the narrative.
stories. Yes,
Yes.
create our own
Yes.
narratives. Yes,
Yeah. Well, the good thing
100%.
is that Zambia, Zimbabwe, all my trip advisor was like, you want to go to Africa? And I'm like, is that even a question? Quit teasing me. So I have a plethora of places in Africa that I can choose. I don't plan on
I'm
going to
65%
Egypt.
Nigerian. Can we go there?
I don't think that's on there.
Listen, all I know
Somalia?
is I'm
That's
Nigerian.
not on there either.
I'm
That's not on there
Nigerian.
either.
I'm Western Bantu people.
Let's do
I'm from
Sinaloa. Let's do
Yoruba land.
Somalia.
I'm from a lot of different places.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
So I'm just trying to.
Okay.
I want to go somewhere I can resonate with.
Yeah, I feel like
Yeah.
because they have one that is for the Victoria Falls in Zimbabwe. I believe they have Zambia. They
So
have
the Victoria Falls is on the border.
Yes.
It's a lifelong battle between Zambians and Zimbabweans. But for all intents and purposes, for my sake, you must register that the Victoria Falls is in Zambia. Also, that is the colonial name. We call it Mosotunya.
Okay.
That was its original name. Victoria Falls is the colonial name. I'll write it down in an email for you. I'll send you
Yes,
an email
please,
right after
please,
this
please,
call.
please, please, please.
Lauren, post the email again in the chat. So,
Yes, please.
So we can
And
make sure that we tap in.
Or if you have
Listen,
it,
I'm
Mari.
already drafting. I was actually already drafting an email before the call. Is it to the CallsFromBeyond at
you
Gmail?
can
Or
send
should I
it
You
to
could,
the
'cause I'll
the
just
black
forward
either
it to
way.
her.
Yeah, you could do that
Okay.
because
Okay.
I don't have a lot. Like there are people that follow me that actively live on the continent of Africa, but they are like
Mhm.
quiet supporters. I can see y'all in my analytics, but it's nice to actually
Mhm.
have a conversation and really just commune with
And I-
someone who,
Mhm.
still lives there. Like a lot of us black folk want to come home.
And it's good to network
Yeah.
because eventually we will be in your neck of the woods and we would love to connect with you.
Right? It
Yes.
would be so nice to meet you guys. Like, I literally, since I've been calling in, I've been fantasizing about in what scenarios could I meet these people?
Yes, girl. Don't play with me because I already
Because I am
said
in
we're
my
not going
travel
to.
era.
We were gonna go to Colombia.
Mhm.
I said absolutely not because one of my mutuals on TikTok was almost got
Almost
kidnapped.
abducted.
He adopted. He kidnapped
I
her.
heard the honey's there though.
Yeah, they are.
No, but
They're
they-
beautiful. but
George and I
them
got
people
an
is
No,
crazy.
informant
but
on the inside there.
This man, this taxi driver kidnapped them.
and got
they
his
had-
ass beat.
They had they whooped his ass. It was 3 women. They whooped his
Yep.
ass and got out the car.
And
George,
we-
doesn't that sound like a
yes.
fun time?
And he stole their
Beating up a
phones.
taxi driver and
And so that was out.
Mr. Fresh, you don't wanna throw
Cartagena
hands?
was out after that. And it was between there
Mhm.
and Africa. And I said, I got to go home. Like my ancestors have been screaming at me, go home, go home, go home, go home.
Oh,
So I'm like,
I can just imagine what that's like.
Yes.
And
to you're in a place
I
you've
can't
never
imagine
been.
being so disconnected, for hundreds of years. Because I'm so grateful to be able to pinpoint where my village is. And for instance, for me, I come from royalty. My
Yes.
family are the royal family, and could you imagine if I didn't know that? How
Mhm.
differently I would move, how different my spirit would feel. Because there are times where I feel like shit, or even just I've been going through a really long breakup, and
Mhm.
whenever I just feel down about this man, it's like, but I'm a princess. Why? I'm
Why?
under the
Right. I need you to
I'm
clip that.
literally
I'm a princess.
I
Why?
send that to my bills every month. I'm a princess.
No.
Why are you charging me?
But I feel
Why?
like that's a disconnect with
Imagine.
us though because
Mhm,
we
mhm,
we don't have a connection to our villages.
mhm.
I mean, now
Yes,
we're
I can
doing
just
we're
We're-
doing
we're-
DNA tests,
yeah.
so I know where
Mhm.
my blood comes from. But
Mhm.
just because I know that
But the
I'm
direct
part
link
Nigerian, just because I
also.
know I'm part Yoruba land, I'm part Western Bantu
Where your
people,
people came from
I know
there.
these things,
Mhm.
but I don't know exactly where I come from. So I can't
I hear you
pinpoint
on that.
a specific tribe, a specific area, a village, or anything.
Well, you can. We're gonna take an African DNA test.
I heard that's
because
I heard they
it's
make
expensive,
it
but it
expensive,
tells you
though.
what tribes you come from.
It's
where
like
people-
$1,000 to find out where you come from. It's
Listen,
crazy.
I'll pay it over and over again.
Damn.
Yeah.
Well, I really look forward to you guys finding out more details of where you're from, and I look forward to you guys coming over here.
We will
Thank
see you.
No, we're gonna see you, Paulo.
You will see. We're going to have a
No,
nice
for
smoke
real.
session.
We'll have a long, nice spiritual and like a welcome back conversation because it's to yearn somewhere that you've never been is misery. It's misery. Whenever
I can just
you
imagine.
are from somewhere, your people, and you have never been home, really, truly home, nowhere in the United States feels like home. That's why I move around every year and a half, 2 years, because I want to go home.
Because
I
your
really
body
want to go
knows
home.
also. Your body remembers it's from somewhere else. Your spirit is probably like a little bit restless. And I have a strong sense that just by virtue of you guys coming home, you will be I feel like you're going to help put a lot of your ancestors to rest. I feel like you might
Yes.
be coming home with some people on your back, you know, a little extra hand luggage,
Amen.
and they will be so grateful to be brought back. So I fully support your trip. On a spiritual level, you have my 100% my support, and we want you here, guys. Don't believe what they tell you, Jen. We want you.
Period.
Nobody. Let me put it like this: nobody doesn't want you here. Nobody is against you coming back.
Oh, well, that's all I need to hear. That was my ghetto invitation. I'll see you next year, sister. Well, I appreciate
give
you.
me advance. I'll make you an
No, go ahead. I'm
an
sorry.
itinerary even. At least when you see me, I will make you an itinerary and we'll have a good time as long as you just give me
A heads up.
a date, you know, like if
I got you. It's all right.
If you're
I'm
somewhere
already
close to
planning
me,
in my
I could probably
head.
meet you there.
Y'all coming
Yeah.
in the chat. Y'all coming to Africa with me? Y'all coming home? Y'all coming home? Because I promise
Come through,
you,
guys.
it's been a lot of rhetoric in the U.S. around segregation again. Legally, we have segregation again. Nobody's just bold enough. But I'm just like, can y'all please deport me? Please. Deport me.
Send me home for free.
On your dime, please.
I like my apartment. I like being here. Also,
I
mean,
don't care what you say. Elon Musk and Trump can send me back to Africa for free. Please.
Okay.
Put me on a boat. No, not a boat.
I'm the only.
Not
no,
a boat.
no, not a boat.
Put me on a
That's-
plane.
that's
Put me on a
Everybody's going to
plane.
El Salvador, dude.
I seen how the boat thing
Yes,
happened.
yeah, they're gonna be
see
like, "Welcome to
that?
Put me on a
Africa." You
plane.
open it and it's El Salvador.
Right. I wish he would. But thank you so much, Paulo. I'm going to let you go off the line because I think we have another call. But I appreciate you. And please email me. I want to stay in constant contact with you because I'm really dead ass serious. I'm taking y'all to Africa
Me too.
next year.
I'm typing the email right now. I was going to send you guys my creative portfolio, so I'm just going to send you a short little email just now.
Perfect.
Okay,
Perfect.
thank you so much. I have to actually
right.
use the restroom.
Go ahead.
But I
Have a
say
good
amen. Thank
evening,
you.
guys.
Thank you
It
so
was
much.
so nice talking to you.
Oh, I love talking to
Same.
my people that could their ancestors
Man.
ran fast. I just love it because it's like they always tell me, "Come home. We want you home." It's bullshit because they really do make us. The U.S.
They don't
has,
think about me though. I'm gonna cry every night when they
I
leave.
know.
Hey, listen.
You can come too.
You could be the white man in Africa.
You're not you.
We're
you
going
got
to Mexico
colonizer
before we go
in
to-
you, but you're not a
No,
colonizer.
I would love. Listen, all right. So
Vanessa's
part of
trying to
me,
get her dual citizenship from Mexico.
part of me,
So
I
we're
would
gonna
love
go.
to go to
I
Mexico
don't blame
too.
her. That's next up.
George, we going to Mexico? TJ, Sinaloa.
I'm down to move. Well, did you? I guess Trump said
TJ,
today
who
on
goes
a,
to TJ?
he was
That's
like
where
on
the
a-
party's at. I
All the
don't-
places you could go in Mexico, you want to go to TJ?
I've never
I
even
mean,
been to
bro,
TJ. I've
have
been to
you not-
Ensenada. I've been to Cozumel.
Have you never watched the Tijuana Tigers play baseball? It's entertaining.
Has a fun time with the damn donkey.
Oh yeah, the ladies.
We're
they-
Donkey
not
show?
talking. We're not talking about the donkey
Allegedly.
show. Allegedly, I heard it's allegedly.
allegedly,
disgusting.
did he like to do donkey shows? Allegedly, throw that in the mix. You
all
don't
I'm-
think he's
all I'm-
into that?
all I'm
I
gonna
think
say
he's- I
is-
think there is actually.
If there's anybody in the
evidence.
chat, I will be in Ensenada in 2 weeks.
Sheesh.
Little. Oh, the caller was in the room and the caller left the room. Same caller twice. Don't be nervous. Don't be afraid to call in.
Don't be
Tonight's
scared.
your night.
Don't be
Tell your
scared.
story.
Third. Yeah.
I think it might have been Ray was asking about Shador Sanders. George, I'm gonna let you handle that because I think you have a good take on Shador Sanders.
What
and
did he ask? I don't see it.
it was way earlier in the chat.
What was the question, Ray? Ask it again.
They just wanted to know your opinion on him.
So
And I was like, because George's opinion is really
I
good
can
too.
answer too, and I have a football comment. to
I know
make.
you look good right now. You look ready to like riff on this.
So listen, all right. First thing I want to say before I answer Shador Sanders, is that I do plan on spending at least $700 to go to Los Angeles and watch my team beat the shit out of the Chargers.
When is that?
I don't know. But allegedly, we're going to LA and playing the Chargers.
So
Well,
allegedly,
14th.
Calls from Beyond SoFi Stadium episode.
I'm just saying.
SoFi Stadium's all right. It feels weird. It feels hollow.
Okay, so what's SoFi?
Is that where you were on Saturday, SoFi Stadium?
Unfortunately, we went to SoFi.
Doesn't it feel hollow though?
No,
like
SoFi-
it's like a wind tunnel in there.
I was cold as fuck, and she was looking at me. I kept on saying, "I'm so cold."
You're good.
Yeah, because there's no insulation. There's no cover.
I don't be realizing this booty.
Hit the microphone. There you go.
Go.
It's all right.
Okay, so we don't have calls, correct?
No,
We
the
have
caller
one-
bounce.
Yeah,
No, we had a caller bounce, but we do have a discussion that we were about to have real quick. But I know your SoFi is going to go into something totally different. So I'm gonna pause this conversation.
Let's get to the
SoFi.
first two, and then we can end with the
This
SoFi.
T-shirt, please.
His
Okay,
hands
I
hang.
bought
Yo,
it.
I have my coin
Beehaw.
stayed up for my show. I'm going to LA this weekend. I ain't going to SoFi though. My band's
I
not that
supported
big,
A small Mexican business.
which is actually kind of good because when you get
SoFi
that
be
big, they
cold,
kind of
bro.
wash
How
out.
is it? How is it an indoor-outdoor stadium?
It's not. It's just an in
But
the
the
ground
sides-
stadium.
I didn't
No, but the
realize we
sides
were
are cut
outside.
out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Even
When it rains,
to this, like, I did not know
Like
we
she
were
kept on
outside.
looking at me. I'm
until
like,
right now.
No, I kept on telling her I'm freezing, and she's like, "What do you mean?" I said,
Oh, 'cause I
I
was
pointed
shaking
behind
hands.
us. I said, "It's a fucking tree right there."
Yeah,
it's
it's
outside.
It's open. It's
But
just
it's only open on the sides, and where we were at was the side where it was open.
We had a caller in the room.
Oh, they're in the room already. Okay.
Yeah, caller.
Shador Sanders,
*6 to unmute yourself.
I think is overrated.
You got to do
I
a
watched
Colin
tape.
Cowherd T-Hub. When we come back, I break down why I think Shador Sanders is going to be on a practice squad.
Wow.
Caller, you're in the room.
I share the same sentiment.
I don't.
Hello.
Hello.
Hi.
Hi everyone. Hi Noah.
Hey, babe.
Hello Austin. Hello Mr. Fresh. Hello George, and hello Danette if she's there tonight.
She's
so
not.
Danette is has moved on. She's no longer part of the show. She is
Dude, why do you say it like that?
because
Right.
it's true.
You
It's true.
said it like you fired her, bro.
No, she
she quit
had
us.
to make
She
money
quit us.
moves.
Danette
She had to make
quit us,
money
y'all.
moves. Okay,
Listen, if
she
Danette is
Oh,
watching
okay.
this,
Well,
how
that's
dare
good to
you
hear.
quit on an off week where I wasn't even there
Right.
to
We
say
didn't even get to say
goodbye?
goodbye. Damn.
but she did. She quit last week, and you guys, we were here.
No. I didn't know she was quitting.
Yeah,
I
I
love
said she
Danette.
moved on from the show. She's not.
Yeah, but
she's
she
not part of
wasn't
the show.
here when you told us.
It's all right. Go ahead, Carla.
It's,
Go ahead, sorry.
but
Because
Danette
this is
says
probably
thank
our
you
last
no matter
call.
what.
Well, I'm
Yes.
Okay, so I have like a bunch of stories. I'm not going to take up too much of your time. I'll just start with one and call back on another day. But basically, like from when I was super young, I've had extremely strange experiences related to like seeing people that I have no idea who they are in my dream and then coming upon them in real life.
Oh, goodness.
In some sort of way, either meeting them or seeing them in a picture or seeing them on TV. And one of the weirdest experiences I've had with that, when I was 12 years old, this was in 1999, if I'm not mistaken. I woke up, it was in the summertime, so I was off of school, woke up in the morning from a dream of this couple who was walking in a field where there was a train track going through it. And like smack dab in the middle of the train track, there was this explosion that had taken place. So there was like flames and smoke erupting behind them. And they were walking towards me in this field from that crash or explosion, whatever it was. So it was a man and a woman, blonde woman, like average weight, average height. And the guy was dark hair, light skin, like could have been European, like of any kind. And they're just walking towards me, and they have like really calm, mellow expressions on their face. And the woman was holding a baby that was like wrapped in like a sheet or a blanket. They just come right up to me, and I'm walking up to them as well. And I'm like, oh my gosh, are you okay? What happened? Can I help in any way? That kind of thing. And they're like, no, we're okay, we're okay. And the woman just kept smiling. She looked so at peace and just so blissful. And she wasn't really saying much. It was mainly the guy speaking to me, and he was saying, we're okay. Don't worry, we don't need anything. just let everybody know we're okay. Something along those lines. I don't remember verbatim what he said. And then I woke up. I wake up from the dream. I go into the kitchen. This was at like 7 a.m. My mom had made breakfast, and I'm just about to sit down and eat breakfast. And I see the TV's on to the news. And the two people that I saw in my dream, minus the baby, are on the news.
Oh, goodness.
And it was JFK Jr. and his wife or fiance. I'm not sure if they were married or what at that point. But and the news was saying that they had just died in a plane crash.
Wow. And your dream was a train.
Yeah. And I was like, I just saw them in my dream. And my mom is like hardly listening to me. And she's like, what are you talking about? I'm like, I just saw them in a dream. And mind you, their faces were like on the news, but like I had no idea what it was at that point because I wasn't listening to the sound. Their faces caught my eye. And I'm telling my mom, I just saw them in my dream, and they were like coming out of like a train accident or something, and there was fire and smoke everywhere. And my mom's just looking at me like, what are you talking? Like she could not believe, like she didn't even understand basically what I was trying to explain to her, because coming from a 12-year-old's mouth, you're like, what are you even saying to me? Like, doesn't even make sense. And then so she turns up the volume on the TV, and the news is saying that they died in a plane crash. So that was like one of many experiences I can tell you about that happened, but it was just so bizarre. Like I don't know what to make of it. I'd never seen these people before in my life. I had no knowledge on them whatsoever. But once that happened, I started looking into them obviously as I got older. But yeah, it was just very weird. I don't know.
Well, that's insane. And I wonder if they had a miscarriage of some sort to be carrying a baby.
I don't know.
Well, they wouldn't tell people that, but that's what it's giving for you to see them, and they are holding a newborn baby.
Yeah, you're right.
And more than likely had a newborn, and I literally that's the only thing that I can think of, because why would you be holding a baby and just so at peace? That is insane.
She looks so happy, like. You know that look that like I'm not a mother yet, but like the look you see on like movies and stuff of the mom right after giving birth, and she's holding her child and she's just in bliss, like nothing can take away the bliss on her face. That's what she looked like. Yeah, that was the look on her face. So,
yep.
Yeah,
and that's what.
Incredible.
That's why I'm like, they probably had a miscarriage, and at that point, who cares? I'm already dead. I'm with my baby. It's kind of like the end of sinners, like.
That's so true.
Yeah. But thank you so much for sharing. I appreciate it.
Well, no problem. I'm glad I finally got to call in, and I just want to tell you guys, thank you all for doing what you do. You are so appreciated, and God bless all of you. I wish you guys
so
nothing
much.
but the
Thank
best.
you.
Perfect health, unconditional love, endless wealth. Like, you deserve all of it. Just thank you so much for what you guys do.
Thank
you.
I appreciate it. I love y'all.
You're so welcome.
Thank you.
Oh, we love you too. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Have a good one.
Thank you. Have a good one.
You too. Have a good night. Bye.
Bye. Shit is just so crazy. The things that you see.
Yep.
I don't even get to share, and I'm gonna close out the show with this because
people are holding George accountable right now.
Yeah, we gotta discuss one thing before we go.
Why? What happened?
I'm sorry. Listen, we had somebody ask a question.
It was Ray.
Ray asked a question, and me and George got to talk about this real fast.
About what?
Super duper fast.
Okay, well, let me just say this real quick before they get into their ADHD spill, because that's what's coming
It's
next.
not ADHD. It's really a fan-ass question.
Okay, it's pure unadulterated ADHD that's about to come in. So I need y'all to do me a favor. First of all, make sure if you're not following me over on TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, give me a follow, because I need to step outside real quick and you probably won't see me no more. Additionally, I know y'all think I just speak Japanese on my videos, and I do fluently, okay? But some things I really do need y'all to vibe with, such as Aura. Lauren, who's cosplaying me in the comments, hey girl, hey, go ahead and drop the Aura link, because it's very important. If you do not have Credit Karma let me get got.
Dang.
I mean, they let me get got real bad. As some of you guys know, because you watched my new video, I am moving. I'm in the process of it, and it would not have been possible without Aura, because Aura quite literally saved me from being boo-boo the fool further because
Ooh,
And he's-
I'm learning new things
no,
today.
okay, so that's what that is. That's African American vernacular for I got, and I was continuously getting got, thinking that Credit Karma was the end all be all. But I need y'all to support Aura and our partnership. So if you can, please sign up for. I gave y'all 14 days free. See if you like it, because I noticed the first step to me is aura.com/the Black Cauldron. But I noticed the first thing that started to happen to me, and I noticed that I had got a player got, was that I kept getting text messages saying that I applied for something on LinkedIn, or this is a recruiter from Amazon, or your USPS parcel. And I'm like, what USPS? Baby, they ran my credit into the ground. Okay? So I really, truly believe in this brand, and I need y'all to support it. Please, if you have not signed up for a free trial, it's a 14-day trial. Set a
Just
reminder.
try it out.
Just try it out.
Try
you
for 10 days. If you don't like what you see,
Put a reminder on
them
your
10
calendar,
days,
because I be doing that.
Because what
And
is
then
it like?
next thing you know,
Yep.
What is it like? It's like $10 a month. 15,
I think it's $12.99 a month. I'm not even sure.
it's not even
But-
super expensive. But listen, we signed up for something on a trial, and we ended up getting charged $180.
oh. So just put the reminder.
But just hold on. Your ADHD coming in.
Sorry.
Please. They did not ask me to do this. I'm going to repeat. Aura did not ask me to do this. They probably don't even know I'm doing this. I don't know if I'm supposed to be doing this. But
Or a turnaround.
turn around. I'm going to just tell y'all right now, it literally saved me. I was able to get approved for a house. It takes your information off the dark web. It has credit monitoring. You can even monitor your kids' phones from it. So if you have a child, or if you think that your information is on the dark web, if your credit card number has even been compromised once, at least try it. Set a date on your calendar. If you don't like it, cancel it. You won't be charged. It's just a free trial. Help us assist out. Aura.com/the Black Cauldron.
Before you leave, before they get into it, everybody is wanting to know what I'm having. We didn't
Okay.
answer that. So
We edged you. Okay, I was wrong.
58 votes, 69% said girl, 31% said boy. George, do we have a drum roll?
Nope.
No,
And
Nope.
I'm never wrong. I'm sorry. It's not my ego. I'm never wrong, but I should have asked a different way. So,
all right, so hold
Drum
on.
roll,
Time
please.
out. I cheated because I picked the wrong sex on purpose.
me too. I'm an asshole.
So
Okay.
it might be a 50-50 split, actually.
We are having.
A burl.
You'll find out next week on. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
Not a brawl.
A burl. A boy, girl.
A goy.
burl.
We are having another boy.
And let me tell you. Let me tell you. Congratulations.
that?
Because little man
That
is
made
just
you-
so adorable. God just said,
he's
hey,
like,
double back.
Well, and that's what she was saying. She was like,
Yeah.
he's intuitive because he's been saying it since day one.
He wanted a brother. And so I did a pendulum. Let me tell you, this is why whenever you're working with your pendulum, your rods, whatever, tarot, you have to be very specific, because when he first told me Vanessa was pregnant, I said, oh, okay, I'm going to ask, because I'm a nosy spiritualist. I'm going to ask my pendulum.
I haven't looked at the video on my phone.
Very early pregnancy, okay? And I said, is it a boy? It was like, no. And I said, is it a girl? It was like, yes. But all fucking babies are girls whenever they're first developing. So what I should have probably asked was,
What will it be?
okay, it's a girl. Will it turn into a boy? Because, they be growing little peepees after a certain amount of time. They're all girls. And I was just like, but that's because I can't keep a secret. And my spirits was like, nope, I'm going to tell her the wrong fucking answer. So she don't tell. I can't keep a secret. Do you know how hard it was to keep the wrong answer inside? It was hard.
Yeah. Christy, yeah, I made sure I was there at the ultrasound because she was like, it might be two. And then I was like, there's one, right? She's like, there's one in there.
Yep.
He'd be doing cartwheels, though. Every day. Cartwheels. He likes breakfast sausage.
Okay.
Really likes breakfast. Popsicles, too, apparently.
Mine's like carne asada tacos.
Do they still like carne
Yes.
asada? Okay. All right. Well,
They
you know.
still, they're Mexicans.
I'm gonna be
I swear.
honest. Most of her kids liked a baker's dozen of cookies at McDonald's.
And for her, it's Subway
for me.
cookies.
And I would give him one and be like, you got diabetes.
Like-
even though I was on the way to having
Bro,
You're pre-diabetic.
She
and
would send me to get 13 cookies being gestational diabetes and give me 2.
and say you got real diabetes. Okay,
I'm like,
mine's going to go away when I...
But bro, you're still diabetic. Why are you eating
I need
11
it.
cookies?
Listen, and I would send this man on missions. Like, you going to different restaurants, bro. Like, I need a McChicken with cheese, an extra mayo from McDonald's. I need you to go across the street and give me 3 carne asada tacos with onions,
The things we do, Mr.
cilantro,
Fresh.
And a pickle.
Yep. And I need that baker's dozen. And
Why?
for
I'll
dessert-
yell at him. I'll yell at him and be like, "You keep making mom mad. There's no more Chick-fil-A." She's like, "Wait, but I'm the one eating the. I want Chick-fil-A."
Listen,
Right.
I craved ramen a lot during my pregnancies, and
Her first one with
Mexican
little
food.
man, she wanted a Caesar salad so bad, but there was that romaine outbreak in 2018.
Oh, poor
So
thing.
like she couldn't have any of it.
Listen, I
But
ate my
now
ass
she
off.
wants Firehouse subs, beef and cheddar brisket, but she can't have brisket. Mm-hmm. So she's
Yeah.
just sitting there like,
But
it's
brisket's not lunch meat.
I don't know. She
I thought it was
I told her
cooked.
to ask her doctor. She hasn't asked her doctor yet.
I think she can eat brisket because brisket is technically cooked meat.
I think
Yeah.
she can
It's not
too.
the listeria thing.
Well, she looked it up. I was like,
It's
ask
like
your
eating
doctor.
steak.
Ask your OB. They're probably gonna be like, yeah, you're fine.
Yeah, I don't think it's not like eating
Ham.
lunch meat.
Yeah.
Listen,
Or
I
turkey.
ate the whole damn restaurant. I had a time when I was pregnant. I didn't care about no figure. My big ass used to put on a bikini with no shame, and now I'm wearing crop tops to Beyonce concerts, showing all my tiger scars and that saggy ass belly button, bullet holes and C-section scars all summer. So if you want to travel with me, come on.
It's like
Let's go outside.
There's the meme, and it was like the guy. He's like, when she giving you the lap dance, did you see that C-section scar for the child?
For the child, yes.
And that was that. You said
Yeah.
that was you when you were at the.
I'm telling you. I had a time pregnant because I didn't give a damn. I only had diabetes with one of them. Thanks, Flash. I don't know what the hell was wrong with
I
him.
only had diabetes with one of them.
Listen, they had diabetes too. Because how the hell I give birth to 3 babies over 9 pounds?
No, Flash made you be like high risk. We had to start going to high risk doctors with Flash.
Damn.
Listen, a hood goddess it is. Even
But
back then.
it might be because Max was a hippopotamus.
Yeah, she was. 23 inches long, 9 pounds, 4 ounces. I had an NBA star.
Yeah.
That baby was Jody.
Did it happen to be a girl?
You had Manute Bull.
Man, listen, and then the little one, Tootie, he was bigger than that. He was
Yeah,
9
hey,
pounds, 10 ounces.
Tootie was so
25
big when he was
inches.
born, they was calling him Tank.
He got stuck in me. We had a C-section,
He
and
got
my
stuck.
doctor did not deliver him. The anesthesiologist with muscles. He had a tight ass. You know, his shirt was medium. He was
It's
in there. He was
medium when
like,
he was when he's
the doctor said,
large.
I can't get him. So the anesthesiologist,
Get out of the way, I got this.
with
That'd
his
be
fine
George if
ass,
George was a-
and he was fine too. Shout out to all the black doctors. He came over with his muscles. He was like, "It's all right, I got you." Because my doctor was every bit of 4'11", 100 pounds.
Yep. And you were like, you can have whatever you
I
want.
was like, "Get him,
Get
him.
Get him.
please, man."
Mr. Fresh is
And
like,
then he just moved her
You don't
lips
have
to the side.
to
He
smile
just
like that.
lips to the side.
No,
Get
but
this
you,
extra lunch meat out of here. Let me
Hey,
get this
Extra
baby out of
lunch,
here.
Mr. Fred.
Yes,
You gotta air it
but,
out like that.
Well, I had a C-section, so
Listen,
I
you're
was
not,
chop suey.
you're not just gonna be saying, "Oh, take him out
I
of
was
me."
like,
Go
take him.
ahead."
No, it was
Yeah.
like, please take him out of me. I felt like I got an elephant on my chest. I just felt pressure. But that's how you know we've been married too long. Because I was like, even when I was giving birth, I said, that's a fine black man. Got his hands in my insides. On
Got his hands in my
That's a
inside.
fine
Sound
man.
All right.
disgusting.
George, take
And-
us home
Hold on,
with
no,
Mr.
hold on,
Fresh.
real quick. One kid that she had was so big, the doctor had to put his foot on the fucking gurney
Oh yeah.
to kick that
And I
kick that
pushed her
motherfucker out.
I pushed her out, and then I was offended because I was like, "Did I tear?" She was like, "No." I was like, "What the fuck you mean, no?" I said, "Hey, doc, put that extra
she's
stitch in there
a
just for."
psychopath. She asked for an extra stitch anyway.
Yep.
They said, "Ma'am, you didn't have an episiotomy."
That's
She
the
said, "I don't
only
care."
kid I pushed out.
Mm.
The doctor was like this. Swear. And I
know what you
was
mean. I
dying.
know what you
he
mean.
said Y80.
Yeah.
Blue 22.
Check.
No, and then I was offended. Like, what
Breaker,
you mean?
breaker.
I didn't tear not even a little bit. She's like, Brianna, no. I was like, I promise I'm not a loose girl.
I promise this is my first time.
This is my first time ever, and it was. I usually don't do this. Dot, you know, stitch in there. She was like, "I'll put it." She knew I was dramatic, and I was 21 years old. Listen, you wasn't gonna break this coochie. I told her put that stitch in there. But yes, George, please tell Vanessa if she has a bad. Always get the extra stitch. She won't even feel it. Go ahead and take
Well,
us
no,
out,
she said
George.
she didn't do epidural. She did it all natural.
Yeah, I did
And then
too
they
the
had
first
to
time.
they had to stitch her up.
Don't-
She said that hurt way worse than she's gonna do it again.
Don't
Yeah.
get an extra stitch.
I don't blame her.
You're going to be with her for 13 years if you get an extra stitch. You better watch out.
I'm gonna
No.
be with her for 13 years if I.
An extra 13.
Okay.
Shut up, Mandela. Listen, I can
I'm
honestly
getting
say,
stiff, Miss Fresh.
listen, the stitch, yeah, the stitch
never
be
said you was
stitching.
having
I
more
never
kids,
push
I'm just
another
saying.
baby out.
KL, I think you get an excuse. I apologize for not shaving before going into labor.
Oh my God.
As if the doctor gives two shits about that. But I get it. I
I
get it.
was
No, I
patches.
don't think
Mine was
doctors
so
are looking
ugly.
like, oh, that's a hairy.
Yeah.
That's
no.
a hairy one. No, they
definitely say that from time to time.
No, they don't. I
would
promise
say, I would
you.
say as long
They
as
don't
it's
give a
clean.
shit.
Not in
If
front
it don't
of you,
stink,
maybe.
then you're cool.
No, but
I don't think they
tell
care
me,
about hair.
tell
Yeah.
me why I was like 2 weeks, years old ago, whenever I have been asking this man almost 13 years, did I poop whenever I had my baby? Like, cause I only pushed one of them out. He's like, no.
Yeah.
I even asked my doctor, did I poop? She was like, no.
Wipe that shit off real quick.
You never pooped. I said, are you sure? I said, are you sure? Because I had like, no,
Simba.
'cause
Never happened.
my last meal before I went in, I'm like, are you sure? Because I would have thought I shitted because I had 10 wings from Buffalo Wild Wings before I came up in this motherfucker. So I know my bowels
For
was
us, it
moving.
was spicy chickens.
And
It was
they-
spicy chickens from McDonald's. She goes, I haven't felt it move. We went in, they're like, oh, your contractions are 2 minutes apart. We're
Man,
like, what?
listen. And so I don't know if this man threatened everybody or gave everybody the death look because that was my number one fear because it was my first baby. I was so immature, like, oh my God, I don't want to poop. And so that's the first thing after I came
And
out
that's
of
the
my...
last thing that should be on your mind.
No, and they were like, no. The nurses, did you threaten them people? Don't answer that on air. Take us out, George.
No. We need to finish up this
Oh
conversation.
yeah,
with,
go ahead. I gotta step
Shador,
outside.
My daddy said I could play
Thank
football.
you. Yeah.
Sanders.
Okay. Thank you so much, y'all. Make sure y'all click the link
I know
that
you unplugged
is
already.
in.
Real quick. I need you to tell Ray your opinion. How do you feel about Shador getting drafted where he got drafted?
I feel like
Fifth
it
round?
was okay. I'm not gonna talk about the Shador too long because I feel like this is ADHD.
No,
on
he
drugs.
literally
Hold on,
asked
hold on,
about it.
hold on. I feel like the son is being punished for the father. I feel like he got a little above his britches and was talking and saying certain stuff. His daddy rubs
That's not
people
fair.
the wrong way. And I mean, if I was successful in the NFL and I had a talented son or daughter, of course I'm gonna put my kid on. But I kind of feel like
I don't know. I feel like even if your daddy is somebody, you still gotta like pay attention in the
No, but
meetings.
he didn't
You
deserve
do,
fifth
but
round. He
here's my
didn't.
thing though. Was Archie better than Dion?
I don't know.
Do you feel like Archie Manning is better than Dion?
You mean Shador?
No.
Then Dion,
Archie.
Archie,
the daddy.
do
Do you feel like Archie was a better
I don't
player
know
than
his
Dion?
stats. I'm also not saying that Dion is bad.
Listen, I'm gonna tell you how bad Dion was. Dion was so bad that
He got
man
drafted
played
to baseball.
He played wide receiver, cornerback, and got drafted to baseball.
I feel like it just shows how good he is.
You played 2 professional sports at one
Didn't
time.
Michael Jordan
No,
do that too?
yes, he did. But Michael Jackson.
Michael Jordan
sucked. in
Michael
both-
Jordan is
one
considered
of
the
them.
GOAT though.
Yeah,
and he wasn't better
He
in
wasn't-
baseball.
He wasn't. He
They
was
just took him
not.
because he was
sucked.
Jordan.
But my whole thing is, I feel like they are punishing Shador for his like. Whenever you just know, it's like they almost had to knock his ego. It was really not fair.
Yeah,
it
yeah.
really wasn't. They had to knock him down a couple notches.
From what I've been hearing from the sources that I don't go looking for, they just find me. But it was like this one guy, he's a sports analyst. He was saying that Shador, as a quarterback, was nothing special.
He wasn't.
and that nobody needs a quarterback right now. Let's be honest. Who actually needs a quarterback?
The Pittsburgh Steelers.
The Saints.
The Pittsburgh Steelers. The Cleveland Browns obviously needed a quarterback so bad that they drafted 2.
Yeah, I was gonna
and
say
picked up 2
that's
in the
why George
offseason.
thinks he's gonna be a.
There's fucking 4
practice
quarterbacks.
squad.
They got 5 quarterbacks in their room right now, bro.
Don't you guys have Russell Wilson?
no,
No, you got rid of him.
He went to the the Giants.
all
The
these
Giants,
flu-
why?
these
Listen,
fugazi
both of our
ass
quarterbacks
people.
from last year went to the New York teams. So
know.
Justin Fields is with the Jets. Russell Wilson is with the Giants. And then the Giants drafted somebody.
You know, our lineup is worse than that Cowboy Carter tour I went to go see this weekend. And it wasn't Beyonce, but still. It just comes down to, I feel like, Shador is being punished.
So George, why will he be on a practice squad? As somebody
Hey.
who speaks game regularly.
The NFL shield is powerful, bro. You talk about we talked about Diddy for a fucking the whole first half of this episode. A lot of those entertainment ties are into the NFL, and what he did was polarizing. I'm warning people, just brace yourself for his brother to possibly play a snap in the NFL before him.
I can see,
and I'm not considering preseason playing. That is not.
So I can see that happening.
Like
That
week
is not-
one.
I can see that happening.
And any week 1 through week 18,
His brother's going to play for, which got undrafted but picked up by the Saints?
Yes.
Buccaneers.
Bucks.
Yeah,
That's right.
Bucks. I can see that happening. What I want to say is this. Dion was always frowned upon, even when Dion wasn't liked when he was a player. And then when he started coaching and he started accomplishing all the things that he accomplished.
Right, and then move schools.
Like,
and-
you got to think, the method he went to a HBCU, which was unpopular.
right.
He turned that HBCU into a winning organization.
And then immediately went to Colorado.
And then immediately left and went to Big Ten or whatever Colorado is. I don't know if it's Big Ten or if it's something
Yeah.
else. But he went to a higher ranked
Right.
college.
Big 12.
a D1, right? Because was the HBCU D1?
No.
No?
It was
Okay.
a FCS school in which let me remind people, his last year he didn't win the national championship for FCS.
But then you got to think he went to a team where they only won one game the year before. And he
Yeah.
might have took them like to a 500.
They retired his jersey.
They retired his jersey.
That's where I have
diabolical
an
work.
issue with it. I have no issue with him retiring his jersey after he's actually like signed onto an NFL 53-man roster. No issue with
I
that.
feel like that played into
Caleb Williams
him getting drafted where he got drafted, though.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, it was a bad look. Heisman Trophy winners can get their jersey
Like Reggie
retired.
Bush. And
Caleb Williams, the year after he won his Heisman, and he was with the Bears, they retired his jersey, but he won a Heisman.
But was it the significance behind what he did to the program?
What did he do for the program?
He
I
They really
promise
turned it
you,
around,
they're not
though.
coming there for here's the
they're not
perfect-
going there for Shador. They're going there for Dion.
Yeah, or Travis Hunter. Like, they're going there for those two over Shador.
But if you go from plus 100 to plus 500, is that not a drastic change?
I think it is. It's a huge change, but it's also he didn't really win anything.
It's the coaching. Okay, I get that.
He didn't win.
However,
well, no. I think
okay, so
what
George,
Dion did is
if your
good.
dad is
not so
Floyd
good.
Mayweather,
Yeah,
Well, he probably punched my mom then.
you grew up around Floyd
Allegedly.
Mayweather all your life, and then you go and you start boxing. Are you not going to be the cockiest boxer because your dad is Floyd Mayweather? You
Yes.
grew up in a house with Dion. You grew up with a fucking bowling alley in your basement, bro.
yes.
So I'm not starving for. I don't care if I go to 5th round. This $4 million for 4 years don't matter to me, because I'm already rich. I could do one commercial and get more money
Yeah.
than I'm going to get for my 4 years.
You are correct.
So my thing is, I'm not pressed about the money, and that's where they're trying to knock me down. They're trying to knock me down because they know that I don't need the money. They know I'm gonna thrive regardless, whether you give me money or not.
Yeah.
Shador Sanders' jerseys is probably one of the highest selling jerseys, and he went in the 5th round.
Yeah.
Let's be honest, people were tuned in to the draft to see where he went.
Yep.
Day 3 ain't popular.
People
Nobody
love
gives a
villains.
fuck about day 3.
People love villains.
You know what I mean? And I feel like the NFL has this way of showing, I don't care how popular you are, as successful you want to be, you won't be that.
Yeah.
And so that's where we are right now. We're at a place where he could be a good quarterback in the right system, but somebody has to be willing to take a chance on him, because they took him so that they could bench him, so they could shelf him.
Yeah. I also think that, like, anything that late in the draft, in my opinion, is like they wanted to make sure nobody else had him. He also will sell tickets, which is great. The Browns kind of need that. So I think
No, Browns fans.
I hope
coming from
he- AFC
AFC North, the Browns fans are loyal regardless.
Yeah.
for sure. I hope he makes a 53-man roster. I'm just I'm preparing for the worst, because these are billion-dollar teams at the end of the day, and they don't mess around with the assets that they.
All I
choose.
know is Shador Sanders getting signed to the Browns. What does that mean for the Chargers?
What it means?
Nothing, because we're gonna be second again.
I
We're
feel
gonna-
like y'all
he's
probably
gonna
are
give-
getting worse, bro.
I don't know if we're getting worse because like Las Vegas right here. I mean, thankfully we don't have to worry about the studio being used up too much because short season.
I'll listen. I'm gonna say this and I'm gonna leave this here. I think that Vegas is gonna surprise a lot of y'all. Geno Smith he's not no chump. And then didn't they get Ashton?
Ashton Genty.
We did get Williams back, so we do have a receiver who can catch a ball finally.
What I'm saying is Vegas is low key
McConkey.
I'm not saying Vegas it doesn't have the potential. I mean, let's not forget who scored the most points in a game ever. Las Vegas and who it was against. George was at the game. George was at that game. I almost went to that game with George, and I'm glad I didn't.
It was the game that fired Brandon Staley.
Yeah.
I remember it was like, fire him! Fire him tonight!
This football season is gonna be a good season. I know it's not a football show.
We actually didn't lose that many viewers.
Even though we don't
people care what we have to say.
Even though we don't have the Steelers don't have a good quarterback, we still have a lot of promise. And
So why didn't you guys take Shador?
Because I feel like they really have a backdoor deal with Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah, but he's Aaron Rodgers. Like
backdoor deal, pause.
He's gonna do ayahuasca and get injured again, and then you guys. Have to,
but listen,
so who's your second?
Mason. We brought Mason in because they trust Mason.
Big head Mason.
They trust Mason. Mason wasn't good in Tennessee, but nobody's good in Tennessee.
Nobody's good in Tennessee.
Except
for
but then we also listen.
Retired.
Our third string right now is Will Howard. If we get Aaron,
Will Howard is your starter. Actually, he will be your starter.
I think they're gonna start Mason. They trust Mason.
Yeah.
KL said every show's a football show.
I'm gonna tell you, it doesn't matter who they put at quarterback. They just need to be able to hand off left, hand off right. You guys got that running back.
As long as you got a
running back. You guys got a kid from Iowa.
Hey, listen.
Mike Tomlin was like watching film on the draft study. He's like, this dude in the black and yellow, I like him.
I think
I like him.
We don't even gotta change the colors. Just give him.
He's already he's gonna look the exact same. He'll know how to run.
Yeah, dude. It was.
I like who we picked up. I like our picks this year. So I'm excited.
She's like, y'all still talking?
We'll see y'all.
But thank y'all for watching.
I might not be back on Tuesday.
Oh, George, just blasted me.
But we'll see.
We'll see.
Depends on how I feel. But I'll see y'all.
All right, y'all.
What you got going on?
Protect your identity. Get Aura.
Get Aura, y'all.
Get Aura. If you don't get Aura, I'm gonna steal your identity.
Sign up for the free trial.
Put the camera over here.
If you don't get Aura,
I got a credit card swiper, so
she's sending a hate. If you don't get Aura,
I got my credit card swipers. They gonna come see y'all if y'all don't sign up for the trial.
I'm sending the same motherfuckers that scammed me right over to y'all.
Hey, new video out on the Black Culture. New videos coming out on Truly Bizarre. New videos coming out everywhere.
I'm editing another one that I'm posting tomorrow.
Sheesh.
Y'all might get a double post.
I'm going to LA on Saturday.
And I gotta have surgery this week, so just keep me in your prayers. Y'all.
Yes.
Please.
Big thoughts from Mr. Fresh.
It's way deeper than y'all think.
Yeah, I ain't going to it, but
Yeah,
we love y'all.
We love Mr. Fresh. Shout out Mr. Fresh.
So I may be back Tuesday.
I'm gonna be an honorary Steeler fan for the rest of this stream. Go Steelers in honor of Mr. Fresh.
We should get some more Steelers jerseys to the game.
Oh hell no. All right, y'all. Happy Tuesday. Have a good one. We'll see you guys next week. Stay blessed.
In my lane, go time, sun or rain. Oh, you thought this was a game? This is not a game. 24/7, still get my 8 in. Was never mad if they win. Lace up my shoes and weigh in. Went out and I stayed in. Burnt out, so I came in. For me, the vision made sense. For them, I told them patience. Now I'm done waiting, time to get it done, time to get it shaking. Started from the basement, knew I was the one. Now we on top of skyscrapers. $100 steak, still my paper plated. Gotta stay humble, 10 toes down, gotta stay motivated. Knock, knock, who's there? Another coming in, stack saved, tuck high. So save a little to spend, what, where, how, when. They ask, I show and tell, turn L's to a win. I really go for real.